Short around the wicket. Sumba, who's forward and hits it past a diving short. Went hard to his right. It would have been a catch. Couldn't quite get there. It goes down onto the deep side, deep off. But instead, not able to take the catch. Doing the fielding out there his own. So Washington Sundar goes to 1. Rahul is 18, 5 for 86. Short swap sides, comes over the wicket again. Big step forward and clubbed by Rahul for 6. Crashes into the side seat beneath our broadcast position. That is an enormous 6.
Yeah,
First of the innings.
Got to the pitch of the ball. Oh, just short, just followed through. It's not going to spin a lot on this track. Good bat swing. Straight at the side screen. Aim straight when in doubt. He's done that really well. It's not a big hit straight, but what it is good contact. Get it in the air and it'll go for 6.
Thumping blow. 8 off the over so far. Shot goes around the wicket. He's gone again, Rahul. That's 6 more. Another telling blow. Over the top of long on and about 10 rows back. Listen to the Indian crowd here at Perth Stadium. They roar their delight. Back-to-back 6s as Rahul moves to be 30 from 21, 5 for 98, 2 balls to come in the 21st.
Well, he'll go again, I think. It's a good matchup to go. I might try and pick him up over square. But if you hit him that ball straight, keep going straight. But he's 2 up behind point and 2 up behind square. So he drops it in, might try and pull him over Mitchell Stark's head.
Shot around the wicket, played into the ground on the offside. Out towards deep extra cover for just the single. So 15 off the over so far, 5 for 99 now, 1 ball to come in the 21st.
There's their, they needed a big over. They probably need 1 more big over to give them something to bowl at.
Washington back on strike. He's 1. Rahul's 31. Washington waits, cuts it into the ground, and that'll be 4. Beating the diving fielder at a backward point. No, that is a great stop. Showing real pace. Stark is then returned. There was a half chance of a run out because backing up a long way was Rahul. He wanted the extra run. Got sent back. Now Stark has done really well. Has covered 40 metres or so to make sure that was just a couple. And that's the 100 up for the Indians. 5 for 101 after 21 overs. So Washington Sundar moves to be 3 with the 2 off that last delivery. Rahul was 31 from 22.
It was a good piece of fielding from Stark. Covered a lot of ground. Big over for India. 17 off it. That's what they need to get. They need 1 or 2 more of those, and they give them something to bowl at, especially early. If you can get the new ball swinging, get some early wickets against the Australian top order. Because if they don't, the Head and Marsh will go ballistic and it'll be over very quickly. But they've got to get themselves... Now they can get to 150 now.
Big strides taken by Mitch Stark, 35-year-old legs, but running like a 22-year-old, the way that he chased that down. So 5 for 101, 21 overs completed. It's Rahul on strike. Here's Kuhneman into Rahul. He takes it off the pads, plays it along the ground, out towards deep mid-wicket for a single.
Extra field goes out now. So last 5 overs. Restrictions are lifted. In normal regulation, 5 out. That's handy for Kuhneman. They might even just bowl Kuhneman out, they said, you know. He's bowled to death before for the Brisbane Heat. So they might... He's a cunning bowler, Matthew Kuhneman.
Run rate's up to 4.82. He has bloomed in recent overs. Kuhneman in. Washington pulls out through mid-wicket into the deep just for 1. Connolly's out there doing the fielding for the Australians, and a good return at pace too with Kuhneman, who took it behind the stumps at the non-striker's end. 5 for 103. Washington Sundar is 4. KL Rahul is 32. 21.2 overs completed. It's a 26 over per side game because of all the rain delays we've had so far.
We can't afford any more rain now, can we?
No.
Once we're done now,
Human in, big stride down the wicket from KL Rahul, takes it off the pads, out through mid-wicket into the deep for a single. Short does the fielding. Rahul the 33 from 24.
See what I love? How far they hit the ball now. That last 6 from Rahul went second tier almost.
Almost. It's gone a good 10 rows back.
Yeah, it's a good hit. I mean, in our day, we just chip it over. We swing so hard and just get it over the rope. Get the same amount of runs, though, don't you?
It's worth the same. Kidman around the wicket. Oh, reverse sweep. Sundar was down on a one knee. Couldn't get it past Marsh, who's fielding it, well, what is short fine leg, but then became third with the way that the shot was played, but no run.
Well, he's missed out there because that was perfect for that shot. He only had to get it up above Ellis at short backward point, and it's run away for 4.
Bats might be a bit better these days than your days, Darren, do you think? As Kidman bowls and Sundar plays it into the ground, just flicking it wristily out through mid-wicket to Connolly in the deep for another single. That's always a discussion point, isn't it? How much further it goes.
Oh, don't worry about that. They also train a bit harder in terms of weights, and they're stronger than we were, fitter probably. Maybe not play as much, but they certainly are fitter and stronger. There's no doubt about that. It's like the 100-metre dash. What happens with that every sort of 5-10 years? It gets quicker, doesn't it?
It does.
So they're a lot. I mean, these guys, they hardly drink, and they recover well. All the athletes, both men and females now, where we didn't do much of that.
Last ball of this Kidman over. He's in. And KL Rahul stepped back to give himself some space and then slapped it out towards a deep cover. Mitchell Starc does the fielding there for 1 more to the total. Just 5 runs coming off that over from Kuhneman. 22 of 26 completed. 5 for 106 India. Rahul's 34. Washington is 5. This is Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport, the first of the 3 one-dayers between the Australians and the Indians at Perth Stadium. Clint Wheeldon alongside Darren Lehmann. Our text line 0467 920 222 if you'd like to get in touch. Always love to hear from you. Projected total at the moment, 125 we're told on the scoreboard, as Nathan Ellis has been given the ball again for the start of what will be his 5th over.
So he's out after this, isn't he?
He is.
So 23 is going to find 1 over, which you think has to be Owen, doesn't it?
It's going to be a big choice for Mitch Marsh, the captain. Here's Ellis. Bustles away from us. Right armour over the wicket, slapping it out. The cut shot towards a deep point is Rahul, who'll take another single. 5 for 107. Rahul to 35 from 26. There's the left-hander back onto strike in Washington Sundar. So they've got the left-hander and the right-hander operating at the moment, India.
Ellis knows this part of his game quite well. This is what he's in the side for. He's done it well all around the world. Still relatively inexperienced, but played IPL. Done it well as well. So this is why he'll be the death bowler in the World Cup.
Also away to Sundar, who had a big swing and couldn't make any genuine contact. The ball just bounced down in front of him, stayed on the pitch, and Ellis following through, does his own fielding. Of course, returning to the side after paternity leave. Nathan Ellis missed the T20 tour of New Zealand because of that. For good reason. He's been struck, actually, then Sundar, right in the midriff. Stung a bit. He's okay. Takes a little mosey out onto the leg side with the bat on his left shoulder. Ellis goes back to the top of his mark. There's a backward point on the circle. Extra cover, mid-off and a mid-wicket. Ellis bowls over the wicket. Taken by Sundar away down leg side, out past the square leg umpire into the deep for short to field. There's Renshaw rather to field, and there's 1 more to the total. 5 for 108 now. Darren Lehmann, 3 balls completed at the 23rd.
Yeah, he's impressive finisher. Nathan Ellis, he's done a really good job for Australia on many occasions and all around the world, really. Whoever he's played for, he led, knows exactly what fields he wants to what ball he's bowling. Sometimes, though, he can confuse himself. If you just actually react to what he's doing, you know, he's going around the wicket, so he's going to try and tie up the heels, or he'll go wide Yorker with that field. He's got 2 out on the offside and a short third man. So you either go heel, Yorker, or wide Yorker.
He's got 3 balls to come. He bowls around the wicket. That's well wide. Trying to angle it across.
He went with the wide Yorker, but went a fraction too wide. And the strange thing, sometimes you can get a bit too cute for yourself in that scenario, because he's got to get this right, because the outside edge will fly in between the keeper and that short third man. If he gets the length wrong, it's going over mid-off. If he gets it wide enough, he can still beat those men out there. So it's a really risky play.
They've got third and final leg up on the circle. This is next delivery taken by KL Rahul. Just punched it out onto the onside for a single, and Ellis does his own fielding. 5 for 110. 2 balls to come in the 23rd. Rahul 36 from 27. Washington back on strike. He's 6 from 7.
It's been a good over, though, isn't it? Like, you take the wide out. And that's 4 or 4. Happy with that. Just don't give away a boundary if you can the last 2 balls.
So just 4 off the over, if you, of course, include the sundry. And a dot too. 2 balls to come at the moment. Ellis away again. This time comes over the wicket. Dug it in. Oh, that's cleverly played by Washington. Just flicked it, showing the full face of the blade, up over his head, up over Philippi, the wicketkeeper's head. It went right behind them for 4 runs. Washington Sundar to 10. 5 for 114. There's not much you can do about that for a fielding team.
No, we were talking about that sort of shot early on, weren't we, Clint? Like I said, look, go with the pace of the ball. You know, shortest way home is straight down the ground here at Perth Stadium or behind the keeper. Almost like that. Just went with the pace of the ball, just got it over the keeper's head and ran down for 4.
Knew the stumps weren't in trouble because of the height. Helped it on its way. Ellis bowls again. Big stride across his stumps, and Sundar almost could have played that with a French cut back onto the stumps, but he's got away with it. He doesn't take a single, though, and that is the end of the over. 5 for 114 after 23. Rahul is 36. Washington is 10. Remember, it is just a 26 over game because of the rain delays we've had here in Perth. I'm out. Joining Darren Lehmann on Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport. Corbin Middlemas up next.
ABC Sport coverage of Australia versus India. Live on your radio, ABC Sport Digital and the ABC Listen app.
Thanks, Clint. 3 to go in this rain revised fixture. 26 overs aside, India 5 for 114. And given they're batting first, that target will be revised as well. Rahul 36, Washington 10. And Darren Lehmann's got his calculator out and his pens and paper, and he's ready to work out the revised target. Here's Kuhnemann around the wicket. Rahul whacks it back at him, just slobs short of the bowler, and the lefty fields on the hop. Dot ball.
Well, they'll probably lose 5 or 6 runs.
So I don't
It's weird.
I don't understand how they would lose runs.
Oh, well, don't worry. I had it the other week and we lost runs. I was going, how did they lose runs? Well, because of fractions of overs. And
Rahul dances down the track, keeps it along the ground and knocks it all the way down to long off for 1.
And percentage of wickets lost at the particular time when you've lost your overs. There's a whole...
So you think it'll go backwards?
I think it'll go backwards.
Wow. I think it'll go up.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay, one of us is going to be right.
Yeah. Unless they come through and say, you know what, that's the total. That's it.
They're not doing that.
No.
Duckworth, Lewis Stearns, they wouldn't have done that.
There'll be some kind of intervention. Kuhnemann around the wicket. Oh, here we go. Reverse sweep, and Washington Sundar plays and misses. And onto the pegs it goes. Kuhnemann knocks him over. And Matt Kuhnemann with the breakthrough. 6 down. 6 for 115. And Washington Sundar departs for just 10.
Yeah, good piece of bowling. He's bowled well. Got the length right. It was there to hit too, to be fair. Washington Sundar, 10 off 10. This is the bloke that should have come in, really. They're just ready. He can whack it. I don't know why he wasn't in beforehand, but 10 off 10 almost did the job. 1 boundary. But, you know, Tish Reddy's one of those players that can hit 40 off 20. And that's what they needed. They didn't need a 10 off 10 from Washington Sundar. Bit of a strange move, that, for me. 6-1-15 with... Now he's only got, 15 balls to go?
Yep.
He might face 7 of them if he's lucky. He's got to try and get 20. If he gets 20 off 7, he's done a great job for his side. Then people are going to say, why did he bat earlier? Could get that first ball, of course. But he played well, didn't he, at Boxing Day? Remember that, Corbin?
We ended up meeting his family, didn't we?
He did, yeah.
Came into the box.
Yeah. He does give it a whack, though.
Had the Pushpa celebrations, the Bollywood blockbuster film. Of course, big time star there, and he was had all the celebrations for his 50 and then his 100. Mimicking the superhero type character. He was injured and missed the Champions Trophy. He's in now for his ODI debut as he's back foot driving out through long on for 1. And off the boundary comes Matt Short, so there's no run.
First game.
First ODI, yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't it? So had the breakout summer here and then probably would have been part of the Champions Trophy lineup. Got hurt.
Oh, yes. He did get injured, didn't he?
Yep. And then,
but he's been playing T20.
He has.
Yeah. Well, it just surprised me.
Kuhnemann on his way in, bowls to Kale Rahul again, dances down the track, keeps it along the ground, all the way down to Matt Short for 1. Sorry, Matt Renshaw for 1, who does the fielding at long off.
Well, 3 off this over. It's been a great over. It's been an excellent spell from Matt Kuhnemann. Conditions, knows what he's doing, gets his field right each and every time. Good replacement for Adam Zampa.
Yeah. First ever international he's played at home, Matt Kuhnemann. Oh, and looking to swap that away. And Nitesh Kumar Reddy, bottom edge, trickles down to short fine leg. Marsh Fields, end of the Kuhnemann over. And Matt Kuhnemann has now bowled 3 overs, 2 for 13. And the Aussie bowling requirements are all out and all off kilter, as you can imagine, given this game's been reduced and some guys have bowled more than the maximum. Well, that'll be taken into account when Buff finishes his Darren Lehmann equation and the revised target. 26 overs per side. And after 24 overs, India batting first, 6 for 118. KL Rahul on 38. Nitesh Kumar Reddy is there on 2. Story of the day has really been around the delays from 12:13 local time to 4:30 local time. So that's over 4 hours worth. We had 3 pockets of play of 15 minutes, 12 minutes and 11 minutes. So basically we got 38 minutes worth of cricket in a 4-hour 17 window.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, one of those terrible days if you're a groundsman, the way it works, it's just unbelievable. So there was a lot of light rain. We probably could have got a few extra overs in here and there early on the season, I suppose, and if you have injuries, but, just play for me.
5 men out, mid-off's up, and they're also up behind the keeper as well, as Owen is angled in at leg stump, and Nitesh Kumar Reddy clips it away through mid-wicket. And Renshaw races around from long on to retrieve it. 2 more for India, 6 for 120. And you've just showed me a third party, a bit of advice of our favourite statistician.
You always need advice.
And that's indicating that the target will go down, which now I'm less confident. I feel like I'm out on an island.
But there's less overs, so it might stay the same.
Nitesh Kumar Reddy awaits Owen, cross-batted slog, but bouncing away at the deep mid-wicket. Just a single out there. India 6 for 121.
I only know this because I recently played in the Coates Northamptonshire. We played the finals day.
Yep.
Which is a big thing in England. And for a small county, a good achievement by the players. But we played 7 overs, then it washed out. We ended up with 160. I thought, that's a good score. We'll get 10 or 15 on top of it. And we lost 6 runs. And I had to go up to the match referee. What the bloody hell is going on, mate?
And they start explaining it to you. Don't worry about explaining
I said, don't worry. I'll take the 6 and keep moving on.
Yeah.
So we lost runs. So it does happen.
KL Rahul on strike. He's the set bat. He's 38 off 30. 10 balls to go in the innings. Owen to him now. KL Rahul takes him down the ground. Straight to Renshaw. He's caught it long on. And KL Rahul departs. Mitch Owen picks up the wicket. And you can make that his first in one-day international cricket. High fives all round. And India are now 7 for 121.
Well, golden hands to Matt Renshaw. He doesn't drop them. Well, we've not seen him drop one for a long period of time, but Rahul played well for his 38, did the job for his side. Just not finishing off. They just need a couple of boundaries to give them something to bowl at. If they could get to 140 off, they need 19 off 9 balls, which is certainly achievable, but Matish Reddy have to face most of them. They need someone just to hit a couple of boundaries. If they can do that and maybe get 140, it just feels like they're light. You know, if Head and Marsh get going in the power play with Short or someone like that, you know, it could be a quick finish this game. But you know what, India have got some good bowlers as well. So they've got some new ball bowlers that have got the chance to actually create some trouble for them. Deep Singh he'll swing it as left arm, he gets early wickets. Rana's not slow, is he? And Siraj, we know, he's a world class. So they've got a decent bowling attack.
Harshit Rana's on strike. Here waits Mitch Owen on his way in. He lifted the ball over point and it bounces away out towards the fielder and Matt Short, just a single. So he's off the mark, Harshit Rana. Here's another one, along with the man he's batting with, actually, Nitesh Kumar Reddy, who really burst onto the scene through the IPL as the great identifier of talent nowadays. And basically they did it backwards. Then they put the guys into Ranji Trophy, made sure they had the opportunity against the Red Ball, then elevated a test selection. A very different pathway than perhaps.
It wasn't a bad way to do it, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, it worked. For a test century.
Owen's on his way in. Backward point comes up. Slower ball. Taken away by Nitesh Kumar Reddy, and Renshaw puts it down. Matt Renshaw at long on spills it, and they're going to get through for a couple. And Darren Lehmann with the first commentator's curse of the summer.
Well, that's unbelievable, Matt Renshaw. You have proper let me down, young man. Hands. I've never seen him drop one, and I've seen him drop one. He's caught 3 today, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And dropped one.
He's got absolute buckets. As you said, he doesn't put down too many. Had to make a bit of ground, went to slide.
I don't know what he's doing there. Stay on your feet. Get there earlier, youngster.
What an ODI debut. Could have 4 catches in the field.
He doesn't drop them.
Barehanded, as the Americans say, as Harshit Rana gets a top edge here. Philippines in the game, races around underneath it, takes the catch. Harshit Rana goes for 1, and Owen gets his second wicket. India 8 for 123. 8 for 123 with just an over to go.
Well, straight up, easy catch for Josh Phillippe there, and it's just all fell apart the last little bit, hasn't it? 25 overs. They don't want to lose any runs now either, Corbin. Nice piece of bowling into the wicket. Called early. Good piece of keep. Not easy, those high balls for a keeper.
Yeah.
Got to get your hands in the right position. Wants it right in.
Grey skies, white ball. Not giving him that?
Nah. I'll go back
Looking up into the lights.
Go back to Matt Renshaw. Stay on your feet, youngster.
Yeah.
4 catches on debut it would have been. Mitch Owen gets his second wicket, which is fully deserved.
Geez, a fast finish. It's going to be an even faster run chase where the Aussies are going to have 26 overs to chase whatever the revised target is. India have the number 8 out there, Nitesh Kumar Reddy, who's joined by Arshdeep Singh, who's the number 10.
He might not run here. He might just try and face all 6 balls.
Kuhneman's going to bowl at the last over of the innings. They're up behind the batsman. And he's got 5 out. 3 on the leg side, 2 on the offside. Kuhnemann around the wicket, delivers to Nitesh Kumar Reddy. Thick inside edge, trickles away to short fine. Marsh chops it off, no run.
Well, that was quick. What pace was that?
107.3.
That was quite quick.
Kuhnemann 2 for 13, bowling his 4th over. An innings full of rain delays. Nitesh Kumar Reddy trying to slog sweep, didn't quite get it. He wants to come back for 2. He's going to have to. Zipped into the non-striker's end. Great throw by Ellis. Kuhnemann whips off the bails. And Arshdeep Singh gets a diamond duck. He's run out without facing a ball. And Nitesh Kumar Reddy will ultimately keep the strike. He'll get 1 more to the tally. And India will be 9 for 124.
Good piece of team play there from Arshdeep Reddy. Or Natish Reddy, sorry. Arshdeep Singh had to come back and just keep him on strike. Natish Reddy's a chance to hit a boundary. And now 9 down. Mohammad Siraj is coming out without a helmet on. Good on him. He's just going to stay at the one end, you would think. Just going to try and hit boundaries. Good bowling from Matthew Kuhnemann, though. 2 for 14 off 3.2.
Matt Kuhneman, by the way, cover for Adam Zampa. His wife expecting with their second child. So Kuhneman playing his 11th international, but the first one at home. Made his debut in Test cricket against India at the Kotla over in Delhi as part of that series, and then played a starring role with the ball in Australia's win in indoor. Mohammad Siraj stands next to Kuhneman at the non-strikers end. Nitesh Kumar ready on strike. 4 balls to go. Oh, he's got every piece of this. Hammers it away over the mid-wicket boundary for 6.
Well, that is a big hit. Corbin, that is a massive hit. It's got a long way. That's why they ran 2 last ball. Giving him an opportunity to try and do this for 2 or 3 balls. If you can hit another one for 6 down, it makes that 2 all worth it. That's got a long way.
That is a home run shot. I mentioned it in the pre-game, but gee, India never play an away game, and the roar around the stadium when there's any kind of runs on the board. 9 for 130, 3 balls before the compulsory close. Kuhneman over the wicket. Nitesh Kumar ready along the ground. Cross-batted swat down to long on and denies Siraj the single. So as a result, he farms the strike. He's got 2 balls to hit.
2 or 1? 1 left? No, you're right, 2 left. There's a little chop and change where he bowls here around the wicket. Just trying to make him think. That's a good piece of bowling from Matt Kuhneman. Come back well after the 6.
Protection straight and square. Kuhneman another quicker one and an inside edge onto the body from Nitesh Kumar ready. Philippi underarm shy at the stumps, hits them. And we're going to the video as Mohammad Siraj was trying to get back into his ground at the non-striker's end. Philippi throws the stumps down.
I want to say all out here.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for a run out.
That's bad piece of cricket. If you run out here.
I don't know why Nitesh Kumar Reddy was even flirting with the single. There's 1 ball to go. He got an inside edge onto the body and...
Well, he's got there.
Let's keep rolling. Yeah, that is grounded. That is grounded.
He's in.
Easy.
I'm ready to make my decision for the screen.
Could have had 2 diamond ducks in the 1 innings. How many of those have we had?
I haven't seen Rachel drop a catch without
yes.
that. 2 diamond ducks.
And a crazy finish. 4 rain delays. Last ball of a long innings. Kuhneman to Nitesh Kumar Reddy. Drills it back over long on for 6. Oh, that's one way to close. And have a listen to that. Nitesh Kumar Reddy on ODI debut, 2 6s in the last over. 19 not out. Mohammad Siraj doesn't face a ball. India, after 26 overs, 9 for 136. That will be revised in an innings in which featured 4 rain delays. We had 3 pockets of play amounting to just 38 minutes in an almost 4.5-hour stretch. But finally, this Indian innings, which started at 11 o'clock local time, it's now 5:15. So that's a 6-hour 15 innings for 26 overs. 9 for 136 India. Nitesh Kumar Reddy, 19 not out. Siraj doesn't face a ball. The highlights, or pretty few and far between for India. KL Rahul made 38, 31 for Akshar Patel. The 2 name brand players up the top. Virat Kohli out for an 8-ball duck. Caught it back with point off Starks bowling. Hazlewood got Rohit Sharma to start the day. Feels like a long time ago. Caught Renshaw second slip off the bowling of Hazlewood for 8. And the Australian bowling, if we have a look at that, Josh Hazlewood, very economical. 7 overs, 2 for 20. Mitchell Stark picked up the 1 wicket, which was Kohli. Nathan Ellis got Shubman Gill with the first ball that he bowled. The Indian capped it out for 10. And then Matt Kuhneman was able to pick up a couple of wickets, as was Mitch Owen. There was a run-out thrown in for Nathan Ellis. And India 9 for 136 after 26 overs. We got there, Buff. The end of the first innings.
We did. Good little finish. What says to me, Nitish Reddy should have batted ahead of Washington Sundar. We're talking 19 off 11 and didn't run a couple of those. Washington 10 off 10. So got a total. I don't think it's enough. They'll have to bowl really well on this week. 26 overs. I wonder if the score's going to go up or down. That's going to be the talking point between us in the box here. But if it goes down, that'll make it even harder. If it goes up, it gives them an extra 5 or 10. They'll need every bit of that, I think, on this wicket. Short outfield, square, Mitch Marsh knows the conditions well. Travis Head won't die wondering. But I was impressed with Kuhnemann. He got hit for 2 sixes in the last over, but 4 overs for 26 with those 2 sixes was a very good effort. Mitch Owen got a couple of wickets on debut, but looked a bit short with the ball. Hazelwood Stark, excellent, and so was Nathan Ellis, He was very good as well. So pretty reasonable bowling performance from Australia first up of the year. Here at the Perth Stadium, good crowd, an away crowd for the Australian cricket team. It's been a great crowd, lots of music, lots of entertainment, and they got the job done the first half anyway. Now it gets down to what Australia bring with the bat. If they bring their A game, it's going to be over very quickly.
We'll just wait to see if we can get a revised target for you, but 9 for 136 is the score by Team India. Just to run through the card, the Aussies winning the toss, deciding to field first. They handed ODI caps to Mitch Owen and Matt Renshaw for the first time. Rohit Sharma out for 8. Caught at second slip off the bowling of Hazelwood. Renshaw took the catch, his first in ODI cricket. Rohit Sharma out for 8. Virat Kohli, the next to go, thick outside edge, looking to drive. Caught by diving Conley at backward point off Stark's bowling. An 8-ball duck for Virat Kohli. Shubman Gill, he was caught off the glove by Philippi, the keeper off Nathan Ellis's bowling, strangled down the leg side, out for 10. The next man to go was Shreyas Iyer, also off the glove, caught by Philippi, this time off Hazelwood's bowling, went for 11. Akshar Patel for a well-compiled 31, caught by Renshaw in the deep off Kuhnemann's bowling. Sixth man out was Washington Sundar. He was bowled by Kuhnemann, looking to play a reverse slog sweep, missed it. Went straight into the top of his off stump, and he was out for 10. Seventh man out was KL Rahul, caught by Renshaw off Mitch Owen's bowling for 38, down at long on. Now, that was Mitch Owen's first wicket in ODI cricket. He would soon have a second, as Harshit Rana was caught top edge, straight up into the sky. Philippi hung onto it with the gloves. Owen picking up his second wicket, Rana out for 1. And then Arshdeep Singh really gave up his wicket, coming back for 2 to keep Nitesh Kumar Reddy on strike in the last over. Alice and Kuhnemann on the relay had him run out for a diamond duck. Nitesh Kumar Reddy, 19 not out. Mohammad Siraj not out without facing a ball. 8 sundries made up of 2 leg byes and 6 wides, 9 for 136. The revised target, Darren Lehmann,
is lower. It is lower.
131. So
you can't believe that, can you?
Somehow, under the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern model, the team that loses the toss gets inserted, starts their batting approach as if they have 50 overs to bat, has it revised 4 times, 4 rain delays. We got less overs, less overs, less overs, less overs. All of a sudden, keep going about their work. The 26 overs is finally done after 6 hours and 15 minutes, and then they lose runs.
Now, I'm accepting first your apology.
For the first time this summer, you were right and I was wrong.
But really, what is amazing is I had exactly the same look at you, looked at me with disdain before, and I was exactly the same when I first had it. It's because of the percentage of wickets you lost at the particular time, and it's all mathematical. But
how many more advantages does the team batting second get? So they already get the advantage of knowing the game scenario, and now they get a further advantage by losing runs on the revised
It is one of the weirdest things. Anyway, that's what happens, and now you don't. Now you can look at me normally again.
Stark, 6 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 22. Hazelwood, 7 overs, 2 for 20. Ellis, 5 overs, 1 for 29. Owen, 3 overs, 2 for 20. Kuhnemann, 4 overs, 2 for 26. And Matt Short, 1 over for 17. So 131, the target for the Australians. They've got all 10 wickets. They got 26 overs to get them. That run chase is coming up in a few moments' time. But first, let's get the latest from the ABC Newsroom.
ABC News with Satyam Weinstein. Protesters have clashed with police in Melbourne and Canberra amid anti-immigration rallies and counter-protests across the country. Officers in Melbourne threw stun grenades and fired rubber bullets as they attempted to keep counter-protesters at bay. Turnout appears to have been lower than for previous events. Authorities in Sydney say around 5,000 people turned out for the march through the city's CBD. No Kings protesters in the US say they're rallying against American President Donald Trump's policies, warning of a slide towards authoritarianism. Organisers say millions of people turned out at the protest that spanned all 50 states of the United States. The movement comes against a backdrop of a government shutdown that's closed federal programs and services. This protester says everyone is at risk.
Everything is at stake, everything. And I'm paralyzed at home. Out here, oh my God, I can see in their eyes we're thinking the same way. We can't have this. We just can't. My grandkids, my kids are immigrants. Everybody is at risk.
China's accusing the United States of a cyber attack on the centre that regulates its standard time. Beijing says the serious breaches could have disrupted financial systems, communications and the power supply. Here's the BBC's Bernadette Keogh.
Beijing has alleged that the US National Security Agency has been stealing secrets and infiltrating China's National Time Centre, saying it found evidence tracing stolen data and credentials as far back as 2022. It said the US had exploited a vulnerability in the messaging service of a foreign brand smartphone to spy on the devices of several staff as well as computer systems. The National Time Centre is a research institute that generates, maintains and broadcasts China's standard time.
Israel says it's identified the body of a dead hostage after Hamas handed over what it said were the bodies of 2 hostages to the Red Cross yesterday. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says one body was of a 54-year-old man killed during the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack on a kibbutz near the Gaza border. The second body is still undergoing identification at Israel's National Institute of Forensic Medicine. The move comes as Israel threatens to keep the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt closed until further notice, saying reopening it depends on how Hamas fulfills its ceasefire role of returning the remaining 28 dead hostages. Qatar's foreign ministry says Afghanistan and Pakistan have agreed to an immediate ceasefire after more than a week of fighting that's killed dozens of people and injured hundreds more. The sides have now agreed to establish mechanisms to consolidate lasting peace and stability, as well as holding follow-up talks in the coming days to ensure the sustainability of a ceasefire. A Liberal frontbencher says Barnaby Joyce should respect the party that brought him to Parliament as the MP considers his future with the Nationals. Mr Joyce announced yesterday he would not recontest his seat of New England at the next election amid speculation he could defect to One Nation. Senator John O'Doniham has told Sky News Mr Joyce should not sit as a Nationals MP if he intends to join One Nation.
I certainly hope that in reflecting on his time in Parliament, which is something that only became possible, as has been pointed out, because of his support from the National Party organisation, that he doesn't walk away from that. I think it's important to respect those who brung you to the dance, and in this case it was the Nats.
The parent company of Dodo in iPrimus has restored email access to customers following a hack that compromised more than 1,000 Dodo accounts. Vocus says suspicious activity was detected on Friday, prompting a temporary suspension of email services to contain the issue. An initial investigation by Vocus revealed unauthorised access to around 1,600 Dodo email accounts, which led to unauthorised SIM swaps on 34 Dodo mobile accounts. It's apologised to customers for the inconvenience. Former Socceroo Mark Bosnich says Australian manager Ange Postecoglou should take some time off to reset following a sacking from Nottingham Forest. The Premier League side let Postecoglou go 18 minutes after their 3-0 defeat against Chelsea, ending a winless tenure that lasted just 39 days. Bosnich says it would have been hard to gain support within the club without results.
The bottom line is 8 games, not 1 win. And the other thing to remember as well, if you include all the league games at the end of Tottenham, plus the league games he had here, that's only 1 win out of 17 Premier League games, and that's not good.
You're up to date with ABC News.
It's Jonathan Agnew.
And Alison Mitchell here.
The Ashes are coming.
And so are we. What do you reckon Glenn McGrath will predict this year, Aggers?
Well, he'll be tediously predictable and go 5-0 again, but I don't think that's going to be the case this time.
Download the ABC Listen app and get ready for the Ashes.
ABC Sport.
Australia versus India on ABC Sport, your home of cricket.
Mitchell start to continue his 4th over. Bowling, full to Kohli, squirting it backward gully. Diving catch taken. And Virat Kohli will exit the arena
without scoring a run. A terrific diving catch by Cooper Connolly.
Should goes around the wicket. He's gone again, Rahul. That's 6 more. Another telling blow. Over the top of long on and about 10 rows back.
KL Rahul on strike. He's the set bat. He's 38 off 30. 10 balls to go in the innings. Owen to him now. KL Rahul takes him down the ground. Straight to Renshaw. He's caught it long on. And KL Rahul departs. Mitch Owen picks up the wicket. And you can make that his first in one-day international cricket. High fives all round.
ABC Sport coverage of Australia versus India. Live on your radio, ABC Sport Digital and the ABC Listen app.
131 the target for Australia here at Perth Stadium in the first one-day international between Australia and India on a rain-affected day. Reduced to 26 overs aside. India finishing 9 for 136, a loss of wickets, reducing that target for Australia to 131, looking for their first one-day international win here at Perth Stadium. Mitch Turner alongside me, Terry Alderman, the Ashes hero, and former Australian one-day bowler as well, here for Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport. Terry, Darren Lehmann was right. The total came down. He got the points there. He was wrong about Matthew Renshaw's hands. He was right about the target coming down. The players from both sides out there in the middle, and hopefully there is no more rain. It looks clear for the next hour and a half on the Clint Wheeldon weather board. It looks like we should have a clear run to the end, and we'll fit these overs in. It's set up for maybe an exciting run chase.
It could well be, Mitch. I can see some blue sky through the
what's that?
The scoreboard. Yeah, first time I've seen it since about 10 o'clock this morning. That is very strange. It's almost as though those last 2 sixes that ready. Yeah. You almost think if he had only got 4s for those, it wouldn't have, the total wouldn't have come down. But it's all about wickets, isn't it? 9 wickets, down. Yeah. But when those wickets were happening, I mean, the rain hasn't really been, and the interruptions, I don't think that gets factored in. I mean, I think it's easier for the bowling side, the fielding side, than the batting side to have to keep coming out and going back in and coming out and coming back in. So, yeah, disappointing that we didn't get the full 50 overs in today, but let's hope that this is an exciting run chase, which means India need to take wickets.
Yeah, those late wickets they lost, they ended up losing 4 for 9, which has affected the total and brought it down in the end. So Australia needing 131 the target from their 26 overs. One bowler can bowl 6 overs for India, and then they can have a collection of 4 bowling 5 over spells. We're going to get the innings underway with the 2 openers for Australia. Mitch Marsh, the captain, he will face the first ball. Travis Head at the non-strikers end, and Mohammad Siraj will bowl from the Justin Langer stand, and plenty in the house. 40,102 fans, plenty of them supporting India as we get Australia's run chase underway. Siraj is bowling and Mitch Marsh is leaving. Good length delivery.
Well, it's only 5 runs and over, isn't it? Just over 5.
With these 2, they can come down very quickly.
Well, yes, but it doesn't mean that they don't need to do anything stupid unless they want to just entertain the crowd or quieten the crowd. Can't believe when Reddy hit those 2 sixes, how noisy. Lifted the roof. We haven't got a roof.
Because they lifted it. They only know one way, Travis Head and Mitch Marsh. This should be exciting. Siraj, right arm over, continuing from the Justin Langer stand, and driving is Mitch Marsh and getting an outside edge down to the boundary at third man. They take a single. Marsh off the mark, and Australia's run chase officially underway. No loss for 1 after just 2 deliveries. Marsh on 1, Head now on strike.
We know how he's going to play after that shot.
Does he know any other way?
He doesn't.
Format?
He has hit some 6s in the last 6 months, hasn't he?
Just making runs in the white ball format. There's been a lot of talk about whether he could come in and play a role during the Ashes. It sounds like he doesn't really have any interest. Mitch Marsh, he's pretty happy in the white ball game, and if something happened, I'm sure he would take it. But he's excelling as leading this white ball side.
Yeah, he might not have any say in it. They'll just pick him.
Listen to the Indian fans. They have not been deterred by the rain. They have stuck around all day. One slip in place. Travis Head on strike. Siraj bowling. Full head driving back at Siraj, who knocks it down and saves a potential run. A dot ball to start Travis Head's innings.
Oh, I think that hurt Siraj. Just got it on the wrong part of the hand as he... it ended up being a full bunger. Didn't realise that. He was actually trying to flick that onto the stumps. Yeah. Good thinking.
It's happened to Mitch Marsh before. I think one of his first couple of games for WA as an 18-year-old, he was run out of the non-strikers then.
Terrible way to get out.
There's a deep backwards square. Third man on the boundary as Siraj continues to Travis Head, who's trying to flick it off the pads, off the toes in front of square, out wide of mid-on, down to the boundary for 4. Beautiful shot by Travis Head. Played it well in front of square on the leg side, and he finds a boundary to get his innings on the go. Head is 4 from 2 deliveries. Mitch Marsh is 1. Australia none for 5 in the first over.
Well, he decided to bring that one back into the left-hander. He's got a hiding to nothing in a way. He's got to get wickets. His team needs him to get wickets, but Siraj just bowled that, swinging into the pads of Head, and he just said, thank you very much.
There's a catching player in the circle on the leg side at a whitish mid-wicket. Got past him. Siraj bowling to Head, who's in behind, dropping on the leg side. No run. Dot ball to finish the first over. Australia's run chase. Oh, there's one more. I thought we had one ball left. No, there's one more. Dot ball, not to finish the over. 5 balls gone, 1 to come. Well, so Head will face up again.
They're at the run rate already, so
5 is the required run rate. They've already got the 5 runs.
Short one. He might go a short one here.
Does have the man back on the boundary for the hook shot. As Mohammad Siraj, who's bowling to Travis Head, who's hitting over the top of mid-off, down to long off. Will it reach the rope? It will. Second boundary from the over for Travis Head, and he signals his intent. A couple of aggressive strokes. He moves to 8 from 4 deliveries, and that is the end of the first over. They are well ahead of it now, Australia. No loss for 9 runs. Head 8, Marsh 1. That target, 131 from 26 overs. A reduced game due to the amount of time we've lost for the rain here in the west. The lights are on. The clouds are still grey, but they don't look as ominous as they have throughout the day. Terry Alderman alongside myself, Mitch Turner. Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport.
A couple of phenomenal early hits there from Travis Head. Flick off his toes, full pitch delivery, and it was just, he hit it on the up, took it over mid-off to get the second, didn't get it right out of the middle. Terrific start by Head.
So bowling for the members' end will be Arshdeep Singh, who has taken 14 wickets at one-day international level. Has a best of 5 for 37. He'll need every bit of that. He starts left arm over, bowling to Mitch Marsh, who's getting an inside edge on forward defence, and it squirts out through square leg on the circle, and they take a single. Marsh to 2, brings Head back on strike. Australia no loss for 10.
Yeah, Australia kept that 2 slips in for quite a... I know we had the interruptions and everything. They continue to have those 2 slips. Captain Marsh had them there for most of the first 10 overs or so.
33 days away from the first test of the Ashes. Terry,
how many?
33 days.
Wow.
And the pitch has played quite nicely. We haven't seen a lot because of the injuries, but it's been nice for the bowlers.
Yeah. But I think it's been pretty good for the batters as well. Balls come on. The rain's affected it a little bit.
Deep backwards square, still in place for Travis Head, who's facing Arshdeep Singh. He gets a squirted one out to the boundary on the offside behind point, and he's caught. Travis Head is gone. Australia lose an early wicket. Head is caught. Singh takes the wicket, and Travis Head departs for just 8. Australia are 1 for 10 in the second over.
Mitch, you didn't really have to commentate that ball. We all knew what
crowd tells the story.
It was amazing, the sound. Once it went into his hands down there at deep third, he got it right out of the middle, but not in middle enough to carry it over the boundary. He hardly had to move, straight down his throat.
And it was Harshit Rana on the boundary down there. Kind of it's a deep backward point. Just a couple of steps in from the rope and straight down his throat. Much like the one Matthew Renshaw dropped in the Australian innings, but he made it look a lot easier. Didn't make it all that easy.
Well, it was the sliding. And buffed him for the commentator's curse as well.
Cooked him.
Yeah.
It brings now the new batsman to the crease. Matthew Short will join Mitch Marsh, the number 3 today. Two right-handers at the crease now for Australia. Change to the field, the new batsman Terry Alderman.
2 slips going in. I thought they would have had them from the start anyway with the new ball. Just a little bit of movement off the pitch, bit of skid maybe with a little bit of dampness. And a big moment for Short. He won't be trying to play too many shots, I wouldn't think, but it's in his repertoire. Plenty of singles there.
That high backlift of Matthew Short on strike. Ashdeep Singh bowling, and it's off the outside edge, and he defends towards gully. No run, dot ball to start Matthew Short's innings.
Yeah, right on the money. Around that 130, a little bit more than 130 Ks per hour from
Ashdeep Singh.
Ashdeep, yeah. Just getting the replay of that. Straight down his throat.
Just slicing a square drive cut. It was
wasn't the best ball that he's going to bowl today, but it got him a wicket.
Here he is again. Ashdeep Singh bowling to Matthew Short, who's squared up and it beats the outside edge. Almost gets a feather on it through the keeper. He survives, but Ashdeep Singh is on the money early in this Australian innings.
Wow, that took off. Beautiful delivery. Pitched on about middle and leg. And, swung, seamed slightly, but bounced. Bounced a long way. And
great take. It was a rising ball to the keeper, K. Rahul.
Yeah, he almost got undone by it.
2 slips in place, a wide first and a third slip as Singh is bowling down the leg side. That'll be a wide as Rahul dives to his left to take it and prevent further buys. So 1 more to the total. Australia 1 for 11. Short still yet to get off the mark.
That was a big wide. Yeah. He lost it as he at the point of delivery there.
He's trying to bring that one back in after he put one past him.
Well,
a bit wrong.
It was after a very good over.
What can Singh do here? He's bowling again to Matthew Short, who's looking to slap it through the offside. He misses the ball. Through to Rahul again, but he's showing aggressive intent, Matthew Short.
A bit unnecessary, I must say. Hasn't got off the mark.
It's a wide ball that he threw the hands at, so he's not going to die wondering. Clear intent from the Australians here, Terry, to get these runs quickly.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe there's a party on, an early party or an early flight out. I don't know.
A change to the field again, so there's a deep, it's almost deep gully, deep backward point on the offside. Man out of the boundary, it's just behind square leg. And catching fieldsman in on the leg side at mid-wicket. Singh bowling to Short, who this time can defend onto the leg side for a dot ball. Great over from Ashdeep Singh. A wicket from it. And just the 3 runs. 1 for 11. The Australians in their run chase. Mitch Marsh is not out on 2. Matthew Short, the new batsman to the crease, he's yet to score from his 4 deliveries. The batsman out so far. Travis Head falling in that second over for just 8. Caught by Harshit Rana off the bowling of Ashdeep Singh. The target is 131, so Australia needing another 120 runs here from 26 overs in total.
Ashdeep Singh, I'm sure he would have been glued to the bowling of Mitch Starc, fellow left armer. Learn a lot by just observing the Well, he's not ageing. He's a veteran now, though. Mitch Stark.
Marsh on strike. Bowling is Siraj, and Marsh lets it go outside the off stump. So Siraj will be second over. Maximum of 6 for one bowler for India, given the overs are all over the place. So they can have one bowler bowl 6 over spell, and they can have 4 bowlers bowl 5 overs.
A little bit surprised they haven't put the second slip in there. There is definitely some movement with the new ball. And they wouldn't want Marsh slashing at one and it going to a third slip or maybe a little bit wider.
Mohammad Siraj will continue bowling to Mitch Marsh, who's squared up to get an edge. No, yes. The Indians go up. Siraj wasn't confident. Rahul liked it behind the stumps. It's a bit of a half-hearted appeal from India. Marsh was squared up. Half the Indian side went up like there was an edge. The other half didn't. And in the end, they will not review it. Shubman Gill came in for a chat and they pretty quickly dismissed it. So it was a great delivery from Mohammad Siraj, who did square up Mitch Marsh.
The seam was perfect there in the slow-mo replay. Just getting the snicko. Nothing there.
It was too good for him to get an edge on that, Mitch Marsh.
Swung and then went off the wicket.
Mohammad Siraj has his tail up, bowling to Mitch Marsh, who comes down the pitch and inside edges onto his pad. Falls away to the offside for no run, but he was not going to sit back like a sitting duck there, Mitch Marsh. He wanted to take it to Mohammad Siraj, not successful on this occasion.
Well, that's 2 rash shots from both these batters. Not really needed. Just need to get the innings going. It's unusual for Marsh, though. He loves hitting boundaries early on. But you can't really do that on a seaming wicket, and I get my wish. Second slip coming in.
Shubman Gill, the captain's put himself in second slip. Rohit Sharma in first slip. Just 2 men out of the circle in his first 5 over power play. A deep backward square, deep third man. Siraj to Mitch Marsh. Leaves it alone outside the off stump. And a bit of drama and theatrics from Siraj as he raises the arms as the ball whizzes through to KL Rahul.
Didn't take off that one. That kept a little bit low going to Rahul. So there's a bit of chat in the slips cordon there about what it's doing. Talking about that nick. Luckily they didn't waste their review. Nothing would have been given.
India 9 for 136 from their 26 overs. That revised down to 131, and the India chant goes up around Perth Stadium as Siraj bounces in, bowling to Marsh, and again leaving it outside the off stump. Great start from the Indian bowlers. Australia still 1 for 11 with 1 ball remaining in the third.
Well, he's looking a little bit frustrated. Is the skipper, Marsh. 5 dot balls. A couple of plays and misses. A couple of charges, or 1 charge and 1 big swoosh.
Australia's never won a one-day international here at Perth Stadium. They are 0 for 3 coming into today.
Oh, yeah, I was here for the first one. Huh?
Against England, I was here too. I remember that one.
I remember the
Pakistan last year and South Africa before that. 1 ball to go in Siraj's second over. Bowling to Marsh on the front foot, defending away onto the leg side, and the Indian fans enjoyed that over. A maiden for Mohammad Siraj. Australia 1 for 11 after 3 overs. 120 runs required to win off 138 balls. Mitch Marsh is 2 off 9 deliveries. Matt Short at the other end. He is yet to get off the mark from the 4 balls so far. The batsman out. Travis Head opening the batting. He fell for 8. Caught on the boundary by Harshit Rana off the bowling of Arshdeep Singh. Australia batted just 1 run since that wicket.
Well, Mohammad Siraj, he's doing the right thing. He's really getting that seam coming up. Great over that one. Bowler maiden in this situation.
Arshdeep Singh's going to continue from the members' end. Left arm over the wicket. Bowling to Matthew Short, who's driving on the up away into the offside. Can't beat the fielder inside the ring. Shubman Gill coming across from cover. Keeps it to just 1. So Short's off the mark. Australia 1 for 12. Short 1, Marsh 2.
Yeah, that's a bit better. Just get the scoreboard ticking over. Get yourself off the duck.
The Indian crowd certainly coming to life. As I said, there has been on and off rain all day. At one stage, we were off the field, the players, for over 2 hours, and the crowd of 40,102 at our last update have not been deterred. The Indian fans are happy with this start. Arshdeep Singh bowling to Marsh, who rocks back and whacks it over square leg for 6. Well, a slow start from Mitch Marsh, but he puts the foot down and picked that ball up early and sent it over the rope, over square leg. Straight out of the middle of the bat. Marsh to 8, Australia 1 for 18, and for a short, brief moment, the Indian fans just got silenced a touch.
Well, it was over the fielder's head out there, so if he hadn't have quite got it out right out of the middle, could have been another wicket.
How will Singh respond? Only again to Mitch Marsh, who this time defending down the pitch and takes a quick single to mid-off. Matthew Short sneaks through at the other end and just maybe on the back foot a little bit. Mohammad Siraj not expecting the drop and run, and they take a single. Marsh to 9, Short 1. Australia 1 for 19.
But that shot of Marsh, as we've seen that so many times, I've been watching a little bit of the few replays, and boy, when he hits them, they stay hit.
West Aussie cricketers being good square of the wicket and pick up the length.
Yeah, for the extra bounce and pace in the wickets.
Matt Short on strike, 2 slips in place. Singh bowling, Short driving on the up, beats the man at cover. It races through the infield. It's heading towards the boundary. The chase is on. Fielder won't get there. Short gets himself a boundary. His first of the innings. He is 5 from 6 deliveries. Marsh is 9 not out. Australia now 1 for 23. After the maiden in the last over, Australia finding the runs here. 9 off the over so far. No, sorry, 11 off the over so far.
Oh, that was a great shot. It's off the front foot. He waited for the ball to bounce to its full height and then just slammed it along the ground through the cover point region.
Fielder at deep backwards square, third man boundary. Singh to Short, who's slashing outside the off stump and can't get it away this time through the keeper in KL Rahul. The "We Will Rock You" chant goes around Perth Stadium.
Oh, it's fantastic. The atmosphere, you know, it's been a dreary day, but the atmosphere hasn't waned by the Indian supporters.
0467 920 222 if you want to join the conversation. Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport. Terry Alderman alongside myself, Mitch Turner. As Singh bowls to Matthew Short. Bat aloft. He looks to drive and gets a little inside edge onto the leg side for no run. Terry Alderman is a bloody legend, says Wazza, as we end the 4th over. Australia 1 for 23. Mitch Marsh is 9 not out. Matthew Short is 5. The batsman out so far. Travis Head the only one to fall. Caught by Rayner off the bowling of Singh for 8. Australia falling for 1 for 10. Singh, the best of the bowlers for India, has the 1 wicket so far, and his figures, as I pull them back up, 1 for 14 from 2 overs.
Yeah, they just showed the replay of that 6 of Marsh, 84 metres out there. So if there's any breeze, he was hitting into the breeze there. Lucky he got most of it, or all of it.
So a pitching wedge for Mitch Marsh, who's on strike now. Siraj will continue from the Justin Langer stand end. Marsh is walking down the pitch, dropping it onto the leg side, and loud shout of no for a dot ball to start the 5th over.
This is a good contest. Marsh wanting to get on with it. Siraj, he's there or thereabouts, just getting that little bit of movement. But the more this white ball gets hit, the less movement you get. But there's still something in this pitch.
Marsh awaits Siraj. Bowling back of a length. Marsh in behind and just defends it away onto the offside. No run. Cautious innings from Mitch Marsh. He's played a couple shots. He's also been patient. It's a good battle so far.
He's frustrated, though, but the conditions aren't easy, I can tell you. New white ball. Ball moving all over the place a bit. 2 slips there waiting for a catch.
So there is a Duckworth-Lewis par score as well, which is 20 at the moment. Australia ahead of that at 1 for 23. Siraj to Mitch Marsh, who works it off the hip and can't get it past the fielder in close. Inside the ring at a catching mid-wicket.
He's just walking away. And, in fact, Short has seen something. He's just coming down to have a chat to him. Don't worry, Skip. 4 balls coming.
Thoughts of Terry Alderman, former Australian fast bowler here for Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport. Nicky Shaw and Darren Lehmann, our other experts, to join us shortly. Marsh waits. Siraj comes down the pitch. It's high, long, over the offside, all the way for 6. Down the wicket, gave himself some room and smashed it over the extra cover boundary. A second 6 for Mitch Marsh in this innings. He moves to 15 from 15 deliveries. Australia 1 for 29, 2 balls remaining in the 5th over. Mitch Marsh is just starting to get going for the Australians.
He decided way before Siraj let that ball go. I don't reckon he was even past the umpire before Mitch Marsh was running down the wicket. And he got the timing there. Wow. Beautifully caught in the outfield there too. 2 or 3 rows back.
You called it frustration, and that was a little bit of a shot like that. He couldn't get it away, so he decided,
I'll go down.
I'll come down the wicket.
Yeah, like a spinner.
Changed the field, a long off now on the boundary in a deep backwards square. Marsh facing up to Mohammad Siraj. How will he respond? A full ball on the pads, and Marsh works it away just in front of square to that fielder in the catching mid-wicket position who prevents the run. Continue to get your texts in if you want to join the conversation. It's a little later over in the east if you're listening to us over that side of the country, or if you're here in the west, it's coming up to 6 o'clock local time. 0467 920 222. Be part of the conversation here on Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport, live from Perth Stadium. 131 to target for the Australians. Final ball of the 5th over. Siraj bowling to Marsh, who lets it go outside the off stump, through to the keeper. And that'll be 5 overs down. Australia are 1 for 29. Marsh is 15 from 17 deliveries. Matt Short is 5 not out. 131 is the target. I'm going to step out, and joining Terry Alderman will be Clint Wheeldon.
Australia versus India on ABC Sport, your home of cricket.
Terry, it is great to see you.
Good evening, Clint.
This has been exciting.
Well, there was a good little exchange there after that. The end of the over, Siraj came up to Marsh, had a few words to him. Marsh was smiling. He was smiling. It was good. It was good to see it.
Harshit Rana is about to bowl away from us, and he's into Short, who slashes, gets it backward of point out towards third for a single. Nicely played with aggression. The problem of being caught, landed well short of the fielder in the deep. Short to 6. Marsh is back on strike. He's 15. The Australians need 101 runs from 125 balls. 9 wickets in hand. Travis Head, the player, set apart. By Rana from the bowling of Arshdeep Singh. Rana's away again. In towards Marsh, who lifts this high up into the air for 6 over extra cover. It crashes into the fence. That's a big blow off the bat of Mitch Marsh, the Aussie captain. The third 6 of the innings. Terrific shot.
That is all power. That's an amazing shot. Off the back foot, 6 over cover. And it comfortably went over the rope.
Well, I didn't quite get to it, but Travis Head out for 8 from 5 deliveries. Mitch Marsh has a look around the ground. Right-hander ready to go again. Rana bowls. Marsh turns it off his pads. Along the ground and towards a wide fine leg. And just take the singles. So Marsh moves on. It is now 22. 22 from 19. 1 for 37 in the 6th. 94 runs required from 123 balls now, Terry.
Oh, just show the replay of that 6 over cover. My goodness. You can't get that any better. Okay, it was in the air, but you can't play a better or a more aggressive shot off a fast bowler and get it right out of the middle of the bat.
It was just slapped away magnificently. Rana bowls and he's short defending back down to the fielder at mid-on. There's no run. Arshdeep Singh doing the work there, the 26-year-old, in his 10th one-day international for India. If you've just joined us, it's been a frustrating day. 5 or so rain delays along the way.
We've got sun out on the top tier.
It's been a while since we've seen that. Though it was in bright sunshine when the toss happened at the start of proceedings. He's short again. He defends from Rana's next delivery. Backward of the square leg umpire for a single. 1 for 38. Mitch Marsh won the toss, selected to field, and then much to the disappointment of many of us, those who just like to see some of the greats of cricket, Rohit Sharma was out cheaply for 8, Virat Kohli for a duck, Shubman Gill for 10, 3 for 25 in the 9th. Great start from the Australians, and then we had a rain delay. Shreyas Iyer was departing for 11 from 24 balls, 4 for 45 in the 13th. In between all that, we'd lost well over 2 hours to rain, and then another 23 minutes of rain delays. Rana bowls to Marsh, who leaves. Axar Patel put on 31. 1 for 38, by the way, after 6 overs. It's a maximum of 26 because of all the rain delays. Washington Sundar with 10. KL Rahul put on 38. Harshit Rana 1. Arshdeep Singh out for a diamond duck. Without facing a ball, trying for a second run. Harshdeep Singh out for a duck. 9 for 124. Became 9 for 136. Nitish Kumar Reddy unbeaten on 19. Mohammad Siraj didn't face the delivery. The bowlers, Josh Hazlewood, 7 overs, 2 for 20. Mitch Owen, 3 overs, 2 for 20. Matthew Kuhneman, 4 overs, 2 for 26. The other wicket takers, Ellis, 1 for 29. And Stark, again, very solid what he was able to do early doors. Just paused to see the start of another over with Mohammad Siraj to start his 4th over. He's in from the southern end, the Langer stand end, and short. Goes up onto the toes, and the ball just on his left hip goes down towards fine leg.
I'm glad he got that signal. That single. It puts Marsh on strike. And there's that little bit of banter at the end of the last over that he bowled. I just wonder what's going to happen here.
Just recapping, Stark 6 overs, 1 for 22 with 2 maidens. Bowled really well, despite all the problems with the rain delays. So the Australians then, because of Duckworth Lewis Stern, then set a target of 131 to win. 92 from 119 required. Here is Mitch Marsh, the skipper. 22 from 20. He waits. Siraj bowls and Marsh forward on the defence. Rolls it down to mid-on for a dot. Crowd over 40,000, Terry. 40,102 at last count. We were hoping for 50 plus, which I was confident we would have got had the rain not been the irritation it was for.
But everyone's hung around.
Fans.
They've all hung around.
Those that have come have stayed.
Yep.
And again, the Indian fans just provide such colour and such excitement. They, as Corbin said quite perfectly, there's no such thing as an away game for India, but they're loud, showing their passion. Siraj bowls, Marsh forward and flick it towards mid-wicket for a dot. No chance of a run out there. It's David Sharma, the fielder, the former captain.
The pressure is building. I can feel it. 2 dot balls to Marsh. He wants to get on with it. Shiraz, he's bowling very well. And Marsh knows that he's probably their key bowler. Well, he is their key bowler.
Siraj is in again. Marsh would battle off. Flicked it away for 4. Got it fine. Off the hit. Helped it on its way. Once it got past the inner circle, no chance of that being stopped. There's no protection out there. Another boundary for Mitch Marsh and for the Australians. 1 for 43. 6.4 overs completed of the 26.
Well, he left the bowler there. He let the pressure cook a valve. He just opened it. And an easy boundary there for Marsh. Just a little tuck around the corner.
He waits, Mitch Marsh. 2 balls to come in this over from Siraj. The right armour is in over the wicket and Marsh defends. 5 off the over so far with 1 ball to come. Rolling away onto the onside. The Christina Matthews hill that gets brought into play these days. Over to our right, the city end, the city side of the ground. The artificial turf gets brought in and there's deck chairs, plenty of umbrellas. That'll be a real highlight, I would imagine, throughout the Ashes series. And there's plenty of people taking the opportunity to cram in there today as well. For the West Test, which will begin the Ashes series in 33 days' time. Siraj digs in a bouncer. Marsh ducks underneath, and that's called as a wide. So back to the top of his mark will go Siraj. 1 for 44 with still 1 ball to come in the 7th.
I reckon it might have been his fastest ball he's bowled. It was over 140, 141.3. But had no chance of getting that. That was easily called by the square leg umpire.
Shubman Gill wanders across from mid-off just to have a chat with his bowler. Siraj. About a step inside the edge of the circle. The Justin Langer stand behind him. Just wipes a little bit of sweat from his brow with his arms high up above his head. Now he's in. Bowls to Marsh, who tries to pull.
Well, that's hitting. I think that's hitting.
Has it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's clunked into the helmet. He's immediately had it off. He goes down. Siraj apologises. Marsh just shakes the head as if to say that's okay. He was attempting to get a pull shot away here, Marsh. Not sure if it had come off the bat first time, but from certainly the sound, and you've called it, Terry, it's gone into the helmet. He doesn't look all that perturbed. Looks quite relaxed. The umpire will come across to have a chat. His back was towards us. Yeah, it has. Just clattered into the right-hand side of the helmet as he looked to turn with that hook shot.
Terrific over that, I think, apart from the boundary down to fine leg. But, yeah, that would have been a nasty one. But the Bison, as he's called, he's almost shrugged it off. Anyone else, I think they might have been in a bit of trouble there.
He could not look more relaxed about it. He's understandably surrounded by physios and the doctors, and there's plenty of concern for Mitch Marsh at this point in time, but a nice touch between the 2 players, bowler and batter, who has hit. They will have to change the helmet here because it has been struck. But Marsh looks okay. 26 from 25, short as 8 from 12. That was the end of the over. 7 completed. The Australians 1 for 44. Their target 131. They've got 26 overs in which to run that down. They need another 87 runs here. Delivery of 139 kilometres an hour. It was 107 when it struck Marsh.
Hit him good, didn't it?
Yeah, it just was a little bit early through the shot and clattered into the side of the helmet. Siraj immediately apologising. As well played the way that it was bowled, and well played and well handled by the 2 combatants afterwards.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I mean, I've been impressed with Mitch Marsh.
So let me throw you this question from Daniel on the text line, 0467 920 222. And I know what Mitch Marsh would say if asked, but hey guys, would Marsh still be a chance to get back into the test arena this Ashes?
Well, I said earlier that you can open with him. You can do worse than that. But you want him to play this same way. It's a daring sort of way to play, but for him it's quite natural. So they won't go to that way anyway. But he can throw things. I mean,
did you see what he said at the press conference when asked? Yeah, I've got tickets for days 1 and 2, but I haven't cleared them with my wife yet. But I'm sure I'll be there.
He can easily get more tickets if he's playing.
I reckon he could. I'll be there for the first day of the Ashes Test. I've bought tickets. I'm pretty sure there'd be any number of corporate boxes that'd be very happy to have Mitch Marsh roll in and tell a few stories along the way. Start of another over. He's Axar Patel around the wicket, and he bowls it to Short, who just whacks it out. It's a point. There's no run. It would be different to see him at the top of the order. Mitch Marsh. Patel bowls again. Same shot pretty much from Short, playing it straight with a cut out towards point. Another dot ball. Harshit Rana doing the fielding out there, the 23-year-old.
It's a good opportunity for Matt Short here to really just bat with Mitch Marsh.
Patel bowls, Short defends. No run.
Doesn't have to do much, just bat, give Mitch Marsh a strike. Be really professional in what you do, Matt Short. Good opportunity.
Short waits, battle off, Patel bowls, and Short forward, but hits it straight to extra cover for another dot. JJ asks, where is Bumrah? He's just been rested for the one days. He's in the T20 squad. Till around the wicket.
Catch it!
Slashing and caught. The ball just popping up. He didn't quite get to that Short at all. And Bird was up on the circle, and the catch has been completed. And Short is the second wicket to fall. He's gone for 8. The Australians 2 for 44. Patel teased him. Big step forward. And the catch completed by Rohit Sharma, who had to go down very low in front of him to take the catch just above grass level. So Short is gone. Caught Rohit Sharma from the bowling of Axar Patel. Faced 17 balls for 8, 2 for 44, chasing 131, the Australians' last ball of the 8th over.
Well, he's too good a player to do that, in my mind. I mean, he's one of those players. He had a perfect opportunity, as I said before, just to bat with Mitch Marsh, not try too much, and then it's a reasonable over for Axar Patel, but there's not much spin there. He's, just thrown his hands at it and bounced a little bit and gone to backward point, or short third man, if you like. So he'll be really disappointed with that. I certainly am for him, because it was a perfect opportunity to really just chase that total down without taking too many risks. The risk will happen at the other end with Mitch Marsh hitting 4s and 6s. You really just got to get him on strike, and that's part of the manipulation of the game and learning the game. And Matt Short will be disappointed with that finish, I reckon.
Josh Philippe's out there now. Settles over the bat. Patel bowls. Last ball of the 8th. Taken past the square leg umpire into the deep for a single. So Josh Philippe gets off the mark with a single. That is the end of the over. 8 completed now. The target is 131. They're 2 for 45, the Australians, needing 86 off 108 balls. Marsh is 26 at better than a run of ball. Philippe 1 from 1.
And then this is the other thing. Is Josh Philippe going to play in the One-Day World Cup in 2027? Ahead of Josh Inglis and Alex Carey. Good player. He's a good young player. But Matt Renshaw might be there. Kerber Connolly might be there. So why aren't they batting?
That's a very good question.
I think Josh Philippe is a really good player, and he is a chance to be there. But he'd have to make it as a batter, probably, because you would think Inglis would have the gloves, or Carey would have the gloves, won't he?
Yes.
You're not going to have 3 keepers there, so one of them's got to fall off the wayside, and Philippe's got to be excellent with the bat.
Harshit Rana starts another over, and this is Philippe taking it away backward of square into the deep for a single.
Which he can do, but I'm just going, It looks like they want Renshaw in that middle order. Connolly's one of those, left-hander as well. Connolly's home ground. Get him in there. Give him a go to see what he's got.
Would like to get back out there after what happened when he was here in the one-day international against Pakistan, where he broke his thumb.
Yeah, it was a nasty one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So he would be very keen to get an opportunity, as you say, in front of his home fans. Cooper Connolly. As a runner away again to Marsh, who flays at this, working at through point all the way along the ground into the deep for another single. Washington Sundar is the player patrolling the boundary in front of the city side of the ground. Plenty of Indian flags being hung on the fences over there, as they are almost directly opposite Farmer Freeway end to the left of our broadcast position. They've been very loud today. There's a slip in. This runner bowls and it wraps on the pad of Philippe. They go up. There's a big shout. Rohit Sharma was more convinced than anyone else. At first slip, the former captain had plenty to say. There's a shake of the head. I'm not sure that anyone else is that concerned. The DRS timer has expired.
Been quite impressed with Gill as a leader since he's taken over. He's had a few of those and doesn't panic. So he just says, you know what, I'm making a call there, and it's probably too high, isn't it? Perth, the wicket bounces more. He's got a very enthusiastic fast bowler saying, I want to go upstairs, have a look.
It's really only the bowler and first slip that really went at it. He's going to miss. Having a look at the replays here. Ashirana bowls and he beats Philippe. It goes past the outside edge of the bat. It's through to the keeper, but there wasn't the edge that India wanted. Philippe remains there on 2. The Aussies still 2 for 47, chasing 131. 8.4 overs bowled, 26 overs to complete the innings.
Yeah, still enough, isn't it? Keeping them interested. They'll need to get another wicket soon. They've just picked up one quickly, but they need to keep getting wickets at a regular rate. Put some pressure on the Australian middle order.
Geez, it came back in, that delivery, didn't it? Let me look again with the replay. Runner is in, pull shot from Philippe. Safely along the ground, out into the deep backward square for a single.
Well, it's a good chance for Josh Philippe, the other side of the coin, to go in and do what Matt Short failed to do and bat through and play. Let's give Mitch Marsh a strike. Mitch Marsh, 26. 27 off 26. 3 sixes, 3 glorious sixes, by the way. It's not a small ground, this ground. Hits him a long way.
Huge man, Mitch Marsh. Readies himself over his bat. Marsh hit Rana again. He's in and bowls to Marsh, who gets wrapped again, awkwardly. The little cry from the Aussie batter as it struck him and then fell onto the offside. He just picks it up and hands it back to the Indian bowler. That's the end of the over. 9 overs completed of the 26 they have. They're chasing 131 to win here, the Australians. They're 2 for 48 at the moment. Marsh 27 from 27. Philippines 3 from 5. 2 Aussie bats out so far. Travis Head departed for 8. And so too did Matt Short, out for 8 as well.
Yeah, a couple of disappointing dismissals, weren't they, really? Matt Short especially just panicked a little bit. Clever bowling though from Patel, not a big spinner of the ball.
Here he's again, away to Philippe, who flicks it past the square leg umpire. And take a single. Washington Sundar comes in from the deep to do the fielding. 2 for 49, 82 from 101 is the equation. Clint Wheeldon alongside Darren Lehmann with you. Grandstand cricket on ABC Sport, ABC Radio around the nation on Sport Digital, BBC 5 Sports Extra, and as always on the ABC Listen app. Our text line, if you'd like to get in touch, 0467 920 222. Patel's next delivery played by Marsh onto the offside towards extra cover. To Gill, the captain, there's no run.
He'll wait for one over pitch or a bit short and try and take him down that way.
Patel bowls. Marsh plays a similar delivery on the drive. Gill going across and in front of Sharma at cover. Couldn't take it cleanly, but there's no chance of a single. So the fielder's up on the circle. There's a short third, backward point, cover point, extra cover, and a mid-wicket on the onside as Patel bowls. And Marsh goes down onto one knee and sweeps backward of square. Just for a single. There's a deep backward square out there, a deep square as well. There's the 50 up. Darren Lehmann, 2 for 50 in the 10th. Chasing 131. They've got 26 overs to run it down.
Yeah, I think they'll just get to a stage where they can really release the button altogether. Knock it around for 4 or 5 overs like that.
Just does that, yeah. Philippi just knocks it along the ground out towards a wide, long off for another single. 80 from 97, the equation now.
And I think Philippi's one of those players, cricket smarts, that he does that sort of stuff.
Last ball of the 10th over to come. Axar Patel working around the wicket still, and Marsh slashes and gets an edge and sees it go very fine, and that's 4. No slip in, past the wicketkeeper, short third with no chance. Another boundary to Marsh. He moves to be 32 from 31. Philippi still with him on 5. 10 overs of the 26 completed. The Australians needing 131 to win. A 2 for 55. Old jump out. Joining Darren Lehmann next on Grandstand Cricket on ABC Sport. Corbin Middlemas.
ABC Sport coverage of Australia versus India. Live on your radio, ABC Sport Digital and the ABC Listen app.
Thank you, Clint. Harshit Rana on his way in, bowls to Philippi, almost chopped on. Played back onto the pads and the ball trickles away into the gully. 2 for 55 Australia after 10 overs, so start of the 11th. And just to set it up for you, this is a 26-over game, so Australia have 16 overs to go, and the victory target is 131. So 131 is the overall target, and the Aussies 2 for 55.
You still got over the losing runs yet?
Not yet. 76.
Too soon?
76 of 95 is the shorthand equation. 8 wickets remaining. Harshit Rana to Philippi on the back foot, defending out to mid-on. It is a bit silly, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Lots of things that we worry about, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, it's ended up being a nice day, isn't it? We got rid of the rain, we got crowd. They're stuck around, haven't they? See their heroes play. More so probably Indian supporters. Pretty like a nice day in the end. Considering we weren't going to get... Didn't look like we were going to get 26 overs in, did it?
The lights are a real feature here at Perth Stadium, and the green and gold lights on top of the upper bowl. Flashing around the stadium, the floodlights are on the roof of the stadium. It's Philippi. Oh, looking to pull, gets a thick top edge, bounces over the head of the wicketkeeper and down towards the boundary. The only question mark on that is whether that's 4 or 6, but it's a boundary for Philippi. 2 for 61 in the 11th.
Well, he's taken on the young man. He likes that shot. It's got to be a bit quicker. He's got some pace, runner. And Philippi didn't worry about not taking it on. He said, I'm going to take it on, and let's have a look. It might have gone all the way. Oh, just falling short, is it? Oh,
hang on.
I reckon it might have gone all the way, that.
I think I'm with you. We're going to need a zoomed-in lens on that. We lost it, by the way, from our vantage point. We're behind Philippi, and given the... couldn't see it in the side screen, so we didn't see it from the naked eye. That's 6.
Well, and truly 6. They're the sort of 6s we used to hit nowadays. Just over the road. And that's the top edge that's gone over the road. If he hits that, it's going 95 metres, these boys. It is good to watch, so I love it. Fast bowling, going at it. Young guys wanting to take it on.
Philippi into double digits. Oh, he's squared up here, gets a leading edge, and the ball bounces once before reaching Virat at cover. 2 for 61. Philippi and Virat Kohli, one-time teammates back in 2021 at the Royal Challengers Bangalore. IPL stay.
There you go. They all play against or with each other in different formats now, don't they? Didn't know that one. He would have learned a lot watching Virat Kohli, I think, up close and personal. Very good player. Well, one of the world's best one-day players and T20 players that's ever played the game. Didn't get many today. 0 off 8, was he?
Yep.
Kohli today. Undone by that cover drive, which gets him lots of runs, but it gets him in trouble.
Yeah, certainly in the twilight of his career, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Driving on the up. Rashid Rana tries again. Philippi whips it off his hip through square leg. There's a single there. They've been thinking about 2, and in the end they decide against that. Just the 1. 2 for 62. Philippi to a dozen. 69 needed to win from here. If you've just joined us, you'll see it was meant to be 50 overs a side. We ended up between 12:13 local time and 4:30. So in 4 hours and 17 minutes, we only got 39 minutes worth of cricket. 3 different pockets of play, 4 rain delays. A frustrating day all round. So pockets of 15 minutes, 13 minutes and 12 minutes was all the play we got between 12:13 and 4:30. 26 overs a side, and the revised target 131 for the Aussies. Marsh gets a slower ball and a chopper as he plays on top of it, and it bounces away to KL Rahul behind the stumps. Marsh is 32, Philippines a dozen. 11 overs down, the Australians 2 for 62, chasing 131.
Well, they're almost 6 and over now, aren't they? They're going to cruise it. They have to get wickets in the SO, get the bowlers on. And probably Patel's the one. He's actually started well. Rana started well, to be fair, the last couple of overs. So they're just going to keep going. The Aussies, that's the way they want to play. I enjoy the way they're trying to change their format into the World Cup side of 2027. Running champions, and yes, they're 3rd in the world, and they've been a little bit indifferent in the last 10 games, as you said earlier in our pre-game, but I like the fact they've gone early and trying to change it.
Akshar Patel on his way in. Philippi miscues a drive, but ends up along the ground down the long on for 1. Picked up out there by Shreyas Iyer.
Yeah, so going back to how it all looks, India, just look a bit underdone on the bounce, don't they? Today, it just bounced a bit much for them, and that can happen.
Marsh just plays out the point, no run.
It is such a different ground to play at. Nothing like it in the world. Hence what I was saying before about
Akshar to Marsh, and a cut shot away towards cover point, picked up by Shubman Gill.
Hence what I was saying to, maybe Marsh should have played. And just get used to the bounce. I mean, he's played here enough, I suppose, but, each year's a little bit different. Get opportunities for the test players. Marsh, he plays this ground so well.
Beautiful sweep shot through backward square, and he'll pick up a single for that with protection back on the boundary. Just the 1, Marsh to 33, 2 for 64. The series continues in Adelaide and then on to Sydney. The remaining 2 matches of this 3-match ODI series, where you'll get to see Kohli and Rohit again. A back foot punch from Philippi along the ground down the long on. So next stop Thursday in Adelaide, and then the 3rd ODI Saturday at the SCG. You'll hear them all, of course, on ABC Sport.
I'm looking forward to calling Rohit or Virat 100. They'll get 100 in Adelaide.
Marsh back on strike. He's back in the crease and just tucks the ball off his thigh pad. It trickles away very fine in front of the side screen at the Langer stand end. They're going to trot through for 2, and they'll count as leg buys. And they count all the same towards the overall tally. So 2 for 67. 12 overs down. Marsh 33. Philippi 14. The target's 131. So that means the Aussies need a further 64. Still with 14 overs up their sleeve.
If they don't lose a wicket in the next sort of, as they take drinks, unbelievable drinks in the 26 over game.
Not so sure we require one of those, but we've got one anyway from Eben off the SMS. Yeah, that's right. Or is that a miss? Or is that a typo? Hi there. Thanks for keeping me entertained today. I'm busy. Wind blowing canola.
Wind blowing?
in New South Wales. Go the Aussies.
Oh, okay. There you go. Didn't know that was it.
No, you can tell I didn't pre-read that one, and that's clean bowled me. Brownie from Darwin, enjoying the coverage. 200 miles out to sea.
Ah, good work, Brownie.
The Vella family are listening in Brittany, France. It's raining here too. Go Australia. From Matt, who was the fastest bowler that Darren Lehmann faced?
Oh, it's easy. You'll guess it.
International or Aussie?
Just guess it. Fast.
Give me a clue.
I don't have to give you a clue. It's fast.
Shoalbacter.
Oh, yes. Comfortably.
Yep.
Proper bricking my pants, I was.
Yep.
You had Sean Tate and you had Shoalbacter. They are the fastest two. Brett Lee was fast. But I didn't mind him. He gave you a good side of the ball, so I wasn't so scared of him. Mervus was fast, but I was scared of him personally because he'd snarl at you as he bounced you and he'd come down and sledge you and call you a smarty pants, etc., etc. A lot worse than that, though.
Yeah.
But Shoalbacter.
I remember watching him play at the Wacker when he came out. Remember when he was proper lethal, like we're talking early 2000s, late 90s?
Yeah, that's when I faced him.
No, I can imagine.
That's when he forced me into retirement. I said that last year to you. You don't remember what I say, do you?
Oh, what do you reckon I guessed Shoalbacter? You reckon there's somewhere deep in his big head that I was storing that in there? But I do remember Moen Khan was the wicketkeeper at the time, and he was like a backstop, and the ball was zipping through around shoulder height.
He had me out first ball he bowled in that Perth Test match. Like, I was batting at 6 and I was out already. We were none down.
He
ran in.
The Royal Pindi Express.
I just went, meow.
He was proper lethal, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, enough of that. And, you see, but there is nothing more exhilarating than facing fast bowling as well, because you've got to be sharp and you've got to be. And now on these top of wickets, especially one here at Perth Stadium, I mean, I'm just thinking of, Stark, Hazelwood, Boland, Archer, Wood, Tongue, Cass, whoever it is, I'm going, that's a lot of fast bowling that's going to get the ball flying through. It's going to be unbelievable cricket.
Back after drink, 64 needed from here for the Aussies. Philippi gets a lifter and plays it quite well down to the boundary for 4. Third man was back. It beat Arshdeep Singh into the rope. Philippi to 18, 2 for 71.
The other thing I can guarantee you is how mad do you think you're going to get? And you don't get mad. You're actually quite sensible. You're one of the most sensible people I've come across.
Take it.
But how mad are you going to get when we only get 72 overs in the 6.5 hours the Test match play?
I'm going to make myself a deal. I'm not going to talk about over 8s all summer. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to bring it up. If someone else wants to talk about it.
All summer.
Well, it feels like we're the only ones that get concerned about it, like as people in the media.
So we're letting it go.
Feels like the teams
I'm
don't.
happy.
The teams don't care. The ICC don't care.
That's fair enough.
Philippi, cut shot in the air, but safe, and that's for the other side of Arshdeep Singh.
Great shot, bit of whip. That's what he was after. That one travels quickly. It's short down there. That's what he's using the pace. It's very well played, Josh Philippi. Looks in good form. That's why he's been selected. He played that backward point and used the pace. Didn't try and fight in the pace. And that's where you can get in trouble here in Perth if you're trying to hit that 2 square. Bounces a bit, you nick it.
So you got a short ball close to the body, tucked it down to really over the head of third slip, down to the third man rope for 4. And that was a full-blooded cut shot through backward point. The other side of Arshdeep Singh. Same result, 8 in 2 balls. Harshit Rana to him again. He just defends off the front foot to cover. 2 for 75. Philippi 22.
I'm looking forward to this all summer. I'm going to keep a real...
Over 8s.
Yes. Hawkeye. Dinner.
Do you think that
dinner? It's dinner.
Do you think they properly have... when I say they, I'm talking about the ICC cricket, the governing body. Do you think they care one bit about it?
No.
Do you think they should?
Yep.
I agree.
I think this... I don't mind if you can't get through 90, but get to 80.
Yeah.
8. Get to a reasonable amount, because 55,000 people here, packed house. How many can we fit in the stadium? 55? 60,000?
Yep.
Right, 60,000. Day one of the Ashes. Right? Day one of the Ashes. Bowling. I want to see as many overs as I can because it's entertaining.
Philippi wristily whips the ball away on the onside, and Rohit Sharma bounces out from mid-wicket to retrieve it.
So I want to see as many overs as I can. Yep. And if I get to 75 and it's cost me however much the ticket is, which won't be cheap, I'm going, well, come on, just get to 86, 87, have a little bit, because you get 6.5 hours.
Yep.
You know, and I know there's half hours probably taken up with drinks and wickets, etc., but then you should still be able to get to, 85.
56 needed off 80. Philippi well set. Oh, thick inside edge onto the body. Rolls away to backward point.
Even if they only do this, from 70 to 80 overs, they bowl their fifth bowler and a spinner.
Yep.
Yeah. And get through those 10 overs quickly, they will be very close to bowling 90.
Yeah.
That's all they have to do. Don't have to change anything other than from 70 to 80, right, we're going to bowl Nathan Lyon, he's probably already bowled by then, and Travis Head or Marnus Labuschagne or whatever. They will get through 88, I guarantee you. But I just can't see it happening in a couple of days. It's just, there's going to be, and people will not accept it, and then something's going to happen.
Philippi awaits. Hushit delivers. He's forward and turns it away straight to Rohit, who fields at mid-wicket, and there's no run. So 13 overs down, 26 over game. Australia at the target is 131. They're 2 for 75. 56 needed off 78 balls. Marsh 33, Philippi 22.
And the last time I speak about it, and then I won't bring it up again.
Are they willing to make... Do you think there is a willingness to actually make sacrifices in terms of significant penalties or whatever that turns out to be in order to have it happen? No. But you could do all sorts of things. You could put a shot clock on.
Nah, just suspend them. If you suspend a player,
that's
right.
Yeah,
they'll get through. Don't worry about it. They don't want to miss test match cricket, Ashes cricket because of an over rate. So it's easy done. What I'm saying though, last time I speak about it is that if you just see the hustle and the bustle, but the amount of times that we miss 5 or 6 overs because they're just dawdling for drinks breaks and they can get a drink pretty much whenever they want. That's the bugbear from the paying public. And I want the paying public to have as much entertainment as they possibly can.
Akshar to Marsh, who sweeps out the middle of the bat and finds it all the way along the ground out to mid-wicket for one.
And if you speak to certain players, which I have, they go, what's it matter? We're entertaining.
Yeah.
We're scoring 320 in a day. They're losing 10 wickets.
Players don't care. Umpires don't care.
Don't care.
ICC don't care.
So I'm letting it go. I'm not carrying on with you. There we go. Fist pump.
There's Philippi, slog sweep into the deep. There's no mid-wicket for him, and he finds the vacancy there and picks up the boundary. Little bat tap with Mitch Marsh. 4 more for Josh. He moves to 26.
Well, he's doing what Matt Short really should have done. He's played beautifully with Mitch Marsh. As I said, 26, 21 balls. Marsh is going along, but he's almost caught him now, so it's been a real transformation. They've changed the field, bring the point up and have the mid-wicket back.
So 3 back on the leg side now, and then a lap sweep from Philippi along the ground. He darts off, calls Marsh through for a couple and gets back, moves to 28. So he's making the most of this. Philippi. He's had good runs for Australia A in the lead-up. Scored runs up in Darwin, scored runs, got 100, playing over in India in that A series recently. 49 needed for the Aussies off 75 balls. Just one man I wanted to give a little bit of a shout-out to. It might be hard as the spinners bowling. Nick Maddinson.
Yeah, big shout-out to Nick and his family.
Undergone chemotherapy after discovering a lump, which turned out to be testicular cancer. At the end of last season, in March, April, he was due to go on a holiday, ended up having surgery to get the lump removed, and then 7 weeks later, as Akshar Patel bowls here to Philippi, is on the back foot and drives down to long on for 1. 7 weeks later, was told that the cancer had spread throughout his body. He had 3 cycles of chemo, 3 weeks at a time, which ended in July. And 8 weeks after his final round of chemo, received the positive news that the chemo had worked. And now his journey, not just in cricket, but in life, gets the opportunity, obviously, to try and resume his cricketing career. And a popular guy that in every dressing room he's been in, Nick Maddinson. So on behalf of all of us at the ABC and the cricketing world, gee, just great to hear positive news on the back of what's been a hellish off-season for him. As Mitch Marsh knocks the ball away on the offside and now on the leg side to complete the over. So 2 dot balls, 2 for 83 after 14.
Well said, mate. I sent him a text, obviously, the other day because it was very private, wasn't it? Very quiet. And that's the way Nick is, really, and his family. And to see the positive outcome for him and his family is, so grateful, really. When it was just the amount of people outpouring the message he's had from the cricket community and just the world community at large when it's happened, and how he's gone through it privately has been well handled by everyone. So our thoughts, as you said, and it's great to see the positive outcome for someone so young and so much to offer. I mean, he's well liked within cricketing circles throughout Australia. And he's just one of those players that you love speaking to. He's cricket nuffy by heart. He loves it.
I was about to say, he's one of my favourite people to interview, and I'm not just saying that in light of recent events. And Philippi's on strike here as Nitesh Kumar ready on the way in, and Philippi drives, picks out cover. It's one of those guys, when you chat to him, sometimes you speak to modern athletes and they're so well media trained that they kind of go into this sort of autopilot response to a lot of things. Nick's the kind of guy, you ask him a question and he really considers the answer and then sort of computes what you're saying and spits out an answer. And he's a fun guy to chat to in our role, because you feel like he really takes on board every question and spits out the answer in the way that he interprets it, whether it's necessarily what I'm sure all his coaches want him to say or whatever, but really sort of honest guy. And as Nitesh Kumar ready bowls again to Philippi, who drives out towards mid-off and picks up a single for it. So 2 for 84. He went on to say, look, it felt silly not to tell my story. If one person reads it and gets checked, I'll be happy. I grew up in the country and a lot of people fob it off and say, oh, she'll be right, have that kind of attitude towards it. So get the stuff checked out. It can make all the difference. Talked about his own scenario and the fact that, he was 50-50 about whether he was ever going to get it checked. He thought, it'll just go away. And sure enough, he did. Ends up having 3 rounds of chemo, and thank goodness he did.
And that is a great story to tell, isn't it? Just get checked. Any issues, whatever issue it is. It's not just obviously testicular cancer. It's the whole range of cancers and issues.
Marsh, cut shot away here through point. Didn't quite get it, so the pace comes off the ball. And given the deep pockets, he will be called through for 2. Harshdeep Singh coming off the boundary, and that is a long way out there. Well done by Mitch Marsh to call Philippi through. Moves to 36, 2 for 86. The Australians, the target 131.
Yeah, good running. But go any male out there, any issues you've got, please get checked or see the relevant people, or phone call, or check out your mates and making sure you're showing some care. But great story. Well said, mate. Well said.
Here's Nitesh Kumar ready, bowls to Marsh, who just bunts a ball back past the non-striker and down the ground for 1. So 2 for 87, the Australians. Slight change to the uniforms. The Aussies are now wearing green for the T20s and yellow for the ODIs.
Like it.
So that'll be the differentiator.
Is that the same for our women's team?
Yep.
Great.
Thing.
Excellent.
They've got a new sponsor, not that we worry about that on the ABC, but a big red unmissable W in the middle of the shirt. It stands out, doesn't it? There's Philippi. Oh, full-blooded, cross-batted pull shot over wide, long on for 6. And he grew up playing in this part of the world, and it shows. Anything short, he hops all over. And Philippi races to 36 off 26 balls.
Well, that's a big hit. They've opened up now, haven't they? They're just saying, right, let's get this done. They're going to finish it quite early, aren't they, you would think? What was it, 20 to 7? It's probably 20 minutes, half hour away now, isn't it? A couple of big overs and you're there.
Ready on his way in again, and a miscued pull shot from Philippines. Trickles away on the leg side for 1.
It's impressed me tonight, Philippi, the way he's gone about it. We said blokes probably missed an opportunity, and they probably have some of them, but 50 partnership between these two. Philippi 37 of them. And a really good job. Marsh just going about his stuff as captain, making sure the victory's in grasp. They'll go to the spin now of Sundar.
Philippi, by the way, is his first one-day international since July 2021, a COVID tour of the Caribbean. He had 3 scores there, 39, 16, 10. Turned 28 in the winter. So I talked about this a little bit earlier as a guy that really had that breakout tournament as a 21-year-old. There was no spot for him on the Scorchers roster. Sixers offered him a contract, started batting at 6, ended up the top, and we know the rest as he had dominant tournaments in his early 20s, then had a dip in form, relocated states for his state cricket, so moved to play for New South Wales last season in both the Shield and the One Day Cup.
I love that. I love when a player moves. I know you don't want your player to leave the state.
Washington Sunda to Philippi, looking to sweep. That's missed everything. Gone down the leg side and will run away to the boundary. And these will be 5 wides. So that's costly. Down the leg side immediately. And 5 wides on the board for the Australians. Takes them to 2 for 99. And still, an official start. The 12th over hasn't begun with the wide ball.
It's going to happen quick now, mate. I like when they move because they're moving away from family, and you don't want to move away from family too often, obviously, but their commitment to actually get better and the pressure they put on themselves at a new state.
Sunda around the wicket. Philippi looking to reverse sweep, plays and misses, bounces off the forearm.
Is quite important. So, he had to do that on his own, move over, sold up everything, did what he needed to do. I think it was excellent for what I've seen of a young man, and it's good to see him get some rewards for that as well, Corbin.
A little sleeve tattoo developing on his right arm as well, Philippi, as he's rocking on the back foot here, pulling out into the deep. There's protection back, and he's caught. Arshdeep Singh hangs on to it. Philippi goes for 37. And Arshdeep Singh had to move around to his left at deep backward square. And Josh Philippi departs too short of his highest score in ODI cricket. The Aussies 3 down, 3 for 99 in the 16th over. And Philippi out for a quick 37.
Well, if you're disappointed with that, he tried to hit that 100 metres. It's a long hit out there. He didn't quite get it. Better to hit it flatter in the gap and take the 2 or 4 that way. But this day and age, sometimes they want to hit it bigger. If that's Adelaide Oval, that's 6.
Yes.
They didn't hit it badly. It's just had to hit it 100 metres. Another 20 would have been okay, but played very well. 37 off 28. Looked the goods tonight. He'll be happy with that. He would have loved to be 50, 60 not out. And Australia, Andrew McDonald and the selectors will be happy with that performance from Josh Philippi. Kept well, took some catches. But look the goods. But tried to hit that too far.
Here's your man. And Renshaw walks in at number 5. So 32 runs needed for victory. Plenty of time. Still 10 overs after this. Marsh is 37 not out, and Renshaw arrives for his one-day international debut innings.
Well, he should just play the situation, really. Get Mitch Marsh on strike to the off-spinner.
Sunda holds to Renshaw, who presses forward and defends on the offside. So since November 2021, he's averaged 48 in List A cricket, which is basically your domestic 50-over version of the game. 600s in that time. So he's forced his way into this team through later runs. Renshaw awaits, and again he's in the defensive mode, just pushing back down the track.
Yeah, he's been a very good player in the shorter format for both Queensland and the Brisbane Heat. And this role's perfect for him. He can manipulate the field well, hits the gaps nicely.
Sunda around the wicket again, pressing down the track, and Renshaw gets an inside edge, trickles away to short fine, no run. Marsh sends him back. Washington Sunda, of course, made his Test debut famously up in Brisbane in that memorable breakthrough win for India as they won the series in Australia for the first time. Named his dog Gabba as a result. And an on drive for Renshaw gets off the mark as he strikes it just wide of Rowe, hit it mid-on. So Renshaw is 1 off 4. Marsh is 37, and the 100's up for the Aussies, so they need 31 to win. 10 overs to get him, 7 wickets in hand. The Aussies cruising towards victory in the first of the ODIs here at Perth Stadium. Double change in comms, Nicky Shaw and Clint Wheeldon in next.
Live coverage of Australia versus India on ABC Sport, your home of cricket.
Aussies closing in on victory. Nicky Shaw, 3 for 100 after 16.
They need 31.
From 60 deliveries. Arshdeep Singh will start steaming in from the southern end. On strike is Renshaw, who leaves the ball well wide of off stump. high as well. Through to the keeper, no run.
It was a good little knock from Josh Philippi. Probably annoyed to get out. He thought he batted particularly well. He played all around the ground. But it's good to see Matt Renshaw out there. Nothing worse than making your debut and then not really doing anything apart from catching 3 and dropping 1.
To take 2 very good catches and will be dirty with himself about the one that he put down, but he's on strike and on debut in one-day international cricket. And Renshaw turns it away out towards square leg for a single. So he moves to be 2, 3 for 101, bringing Mitch Marsh back on the strike, who continues his recent good form. 37 from 41, has smashed them to all corners. Just 30 more runs required with 58 balls still up their sleeve, the Australians. Marsh just adjusts the gloves, tucks the bat under the left arm, goes down to do a little bit of gardening in front of the wicket. Just does another glance around. Firstly, the leg side, and there is space, but there is a protection right on the rope at deep square leg. Here comes Singh, and Marsh plays it along the ground and goes quickly through for a single. Dropped it out with the ball rolling quickly out towards mid-off. Marsh set off immediately, safely home. He's 38 from 42. 29 now required from 57.
I think he might have a little bit of cramp or something after that quick single. He's just stretching out his calf.
Well, so long as it's not the Marsh hamstrings.
Definitely a calf stretch.
It was suggesting, been out there for a while, to the umpire, Richard Kettleborough. Renshaw wasn't quite ready, so Singh has to go back to the top of his mark. Sophie texts in, loving the coverage, my feet pointing at the fire, a glass of Shiraz in the fabulous Aussie Southwest. Thanks, Sophie, for texting in. 0467 920 222. Singh bowls. Right behind it is Renshaw. There was a half-hearted shout from the bowler in Singh. Gill was fielding there at around about gully. Mosey's in to have a chat to his bowler. Wasn't that interested. KL Rahul, again, the most really ineffectual appeal almost. Well, the bowlers had a shout. Maybe I should say something as well, but he wasn't that interested. In the end, they decided they won't be reviewing it whatsoever.
Tough to get an LBW here. It bounces a fair bit.
It's going high again. In again. Singh bowls, getting an edge on that, but it drops short. Now again, they were appealing for a leg before, but it sounded very much like that had taken a bit of the bat as it went squirting through along the ground. Might have been bat on the pad. Renshaw is fielding with his back to us, so we'll see if we can have another look at the replay. The DRS timer has counted out. Slightly slower delivery. It's come off the pad, which is the reason why it just dropped short. So no problems with the catch, but it again was wide and probably high too.
Yeah, way outside the line, I think. Back leg contact, but Renshaw's moving across his pegs, and I don't think it would have hit him in line.
Renshaw waits. Singh bowls. Renshaw, big step forward, and that does take a bit of the bat. Goes to Gill, fielding at Gully, who then shies at the stumps immediately. Renshaw was out of his crease, turned, got back. Throw missed anyway. End of the over. 3 for 102. 17 overs completed. The target is 131. You need to bring it up within 26, though. Marsh is 38. Renshaw is 2. The Australians out so far. Head for 8. Short for 8. Philippi for 37. Regarding the first innings, the top scorer was KL Rahul with 38. Axar Patel put on 31. And in the farewell one-day tour of this nation, the white ball tour of this nation, Rohit Sharma was out for 8 and Virat Kohli for a duck. India putting a 9 for 136 from a rain-delayed 26 overs. Josh Hazlewood 2 for 20. Joan 2 for 20. Matthew Kinnaman 2 for 26 because of the adjusted score. Duckworth Lewis Stern bringing the Australian target down to 131. Final crowd 42,423.
Oh, a couple more people rolled in. Nice.
Has been a good crowd. I think Mitch Marsh has been given the pickle juice, has he? Certainly the reaction on his face I just saw on the big screen suggested he had to ingest something that wasn't particularly, let's say, nice on the palate.
He took that quick single.
Start of another over. He's on strike. Washington Sundar comes around the wicket, the spinner, and Marsh plays it out to the onside through mid-wicket. It's a single. Moves to be 39. 28 required from 53. Renshaw back on strike. On debut, which is, again, remarkable to say, considering he has had such success in the one-day domestic cup and has 14 test caps to his name. But the 29-year-old, his first ever one-day international today, Renshaw, and he stands and waits for just a moment. There's a slight adjustment to the field. Now a short third. Renshaw goes big over the top of Washington Sundar. Great effort to keep it in play. The catch wasn't to be completed. Trying to dive out to stop it. Subfielder out there is Prasid Krishna. Knocked it back into play. Stopped it being a 6. Renshaw, for a moment, would have thought that was going to go all the way.
Absolutely stunning effort.
Flying stop, both hands up into the air, had it above his head, still while in the field of play, threw it back in. They're having a look to see whether his foot has touched the ground. It absolutely has not. That is a great stop. Renshaw just with the single instead. Marsh back on strike. Sundar bowls, Marsh pulls, took the bottom edge of the bat, squirts out down to a deep backward square for a single. Marsh to 40, 3 for 105.
Yeah, that was going all the way, and then he's just flown up in the air. We just saw in the replay. Gives a nice little clap. Washington Sundar. It's like, thank you very much, mate, for it not going for 6. Ended up just being the 1.
Good work by the subfielder in Krishna. By the way, this crowd, 42,423, is Renshaw on the drive. Took a step back and then punched it straight out towards extra cover for a dot. A record crowd for an international against India in Perth. Sundar around the wicket. Forward is Renshaw driving. Past the fielder at extra cover into the deep. Krishna has to do some work this time, the subfielder. They'll want to try and come back for a third, and they've run that well. 3 more runs for the Australian total. 3 for 108 now. 1 ball to come in the 18th of 26. Target 131. So 23 required from 49 now. Grandstand cricket on ABC Sport. The Australians on their way to winning the first of the 3 one-day internationals. Sundar around the wicket to Marsh. Clubs this out through mid-wicket. Just the 1. No, they want a second. Running quickly here. Renshaw was going to the danger end. He called it immediately. Marsh was able to get home. Fortunately, no problems with his legs or calves cramping as he got there. And he comes back. So 42 now to Mitch Marsh. 3 for 110. 21 required from 48. 18 overs complete.
I think the pickle juice might be working because he ran quite a few that over, didn't he? It's nothing worse, though, than cramp. It's been happening a lot recently. I know Elise Perry's been getting it a lot out in India, and quite a few players struggle with it. Cam Green struggles with cramp quite prolifically. Apparently it's all over his body that he gets it. And obviously, famously, Glenn Maxwell salmoning in that World Cup when it was scoring all those runs.
Still an amazing knock that was.
Oh.
Here's Renshaw on strike. Arshdeep Singh starts another over. Renshaw steps across his stumps, flicks it over his left shoulder, ramps it all the way for a boundary. That is 6. What a shot. Renshaw on debut. Oh, 6 or 4? 4, I beg your pardon. He worked it all the way through, but Renshaw goes to 10. Or 6 we're seeing now. He got it right first time. They've changed it twice here on the scoreboard. Now we'll get an opportunity to see.
Oh, I think it is a 6.
I think it's hit the rope on the full. It was called by the umpire as 6, and that's what's been put on the screen now. Arshdeep Singh again wide of off stump and let through to the keeper by Renshaw. They have changed the score. Called it as a 6 because I thought that's what it was. Saw the 4 go up on the scoreboard. Then they flicked it over. So right first time.
Gaslighting you, mate. That's what's happening.
I have zero confidence. You know this. 6 off the bat.
We've seen Renshaw play that in the Big Bash for the Heat.
Yeah.
He's very good at that shot.
They brought a slip in, a second slip more than anything else, in the form of Shubman Gill, the captain. Arshdeep Singh bowls, big stride down the pitch by Renshaw. Did it get any bat on that as it shot out towards square leg? It has, according to the umpire, so one more to his score. He's 13, 3 for 117. 18.2 overs completed of 26, the target 131. Required run rate now just 1.37. It's been a messy old day with a number of rain delays, one of them over 2 hours in duration. Frustration for everyone involved, but in the end we've got ourselves an entertaining end, particularly if you're an Australian. 14 required from 45 now. Singh bowls. Marsh got behind it. Wasn't sure where it had dropped off the bat. Quickly had to turn and saw it was right at his feet. The cricket ball was able to just knock it away.
Yeah, it could have easily rolled onto his stumps. He's played so well. He's in some sort of form at the moment, Mitch Marsh, with his bat. He sort of leads from the front, doesn't he? He's such a good one-day captain.
14 off 44. 7 wickets in hand. Within touching distance of playing in the first one-day international of this 3-game series. Arshdeep Singh is in again to the captain in Marsh, who prods it onto the offside. Straight to the fielder at extra cover. There's no run. 1 ball to come in the 19th. Still 14 required with 43 balls left.
Can't help but think between these two, it could be done in within 3 balls.
Yeah.
To be honest. Marsh will go to his 50.
Next stop, Adelaide on Thursday. And then the series will wrap up in Sydney. It's on the 25th of October, 2 days after. Chance for the world champions to go one up against the champion trophies winners. Arshdeep Singh in again to Marsh, content to defend out towards mid-off, and that's the end of the over. So 14 required now from 42 deliveries. The Australians 3 for 117. Marsh is 42. Renshaw is 12. Nicky Shaw will stick around. I'm jumping out of here, and our new skipper is coming in. Corbin Middlemas to join you on Grandstand Cricket.
ABC Sport coverage of Australia versus India. Live on your radio, ABC Sport Digital and the ABC Listen app.
Evening, Nicky.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
I feel like there's been rain delays everywhere. We haven't been paired up. We spoke at the start about Ben's parenthood, and since then we haven't been on together.
Wow.
So
just set us up, didn't it? That. It's a lovely night now. It's a gorgeous evening in Perth.
Nitesh Kumar already has the ball from the Farmer Freeway end where we're situated. He's on his way in here. Bowls to Renshaw, who dances down the track, plays back to Reddy. He tries to throw the stumps down, and Renshaw's forced to dive back into his crease. Got hit by the ball on the way through. And after all that, goes in the book as a dot ball.
That was a bit dramatic, wasn't it, from both ends?
Very.
Not sure.
Didn't have a look at it.
Needed to do that, but... Just a little bit of anger, I think, from Nitesh.
You fast bowlers, amazing. And then just the obligatory apology. It's like in tennis when you get a let call or something and it's like compulsory to apologise even if you don't really mean it.
Yeah, you never mean 100%.
He's Renshaw again, awaits Reddy, he's nicking, dropped. Diving effort from Rahul, the keeper, puts it down in front of where first slip would be, and it just didn't stick. The reflex catch from KL Rahul, and Renshaw given a life on 13 or on 12. He moves to 13 with the single down to third man.
Oh, you think that KL Rahul should have taken that. It would have been a good catch, but he looks stiff. He didn't move well to his left. I think if Josh Philippi had been behind the stumps, it would have been an easy catch. But he didn't look great in terms of movement.
The gloves in this team. Rishabh Pant recovering from injury. Ready to Marsh and defending away on the offside. So 13 needed off 39. And the Aussies about to tick the first box of an enormous summer. 3 ODIs, 5 T20s, all against India, and then as big a rivalry as the game has. And the Ashes all starts back here at Perth Stadium in 53 days.
Well, hopefully it's got a buzz about it like this. This has been an excellent crowd in the WA community.
40,000 in the house. As already delivers to Marsh, who bunts it straight back down the ground. Mid-off's up. Bit of work to do for the man at long on, and it's stopped in the end by the shoe of Kuldeep Yadav down in front of us, and so I'll get through for a couple. So 2 more. Marsh to 44.
It's an old school boot. Just stopping the fall. Gotta be careful of those. They don't hit your ankle. No protection on the boot of cricketers when it hits your ankle. Tell you what, he'd limp off if it did.
Marsh back on strike. Ready to him now. Just opens a face at the bat and runs it down to third man for 1. 45 for Marsh. 3 for 121, the Australians. Ball to come in the 20th over. Revised game down to 26 overs. So 1 eye on the Ashes. Who has more question marks? And around there 11 for the first test here in 33 days. Is it Australia or is it England?
Australia, I think.
Ooh.
I think they have more question marks on their batting order. I think they have worries about their bowling. It'll be interesting to see how Hazelwood and Stark both pull up after this game.
Last ball of the over, Nitesh Kumar ready. Bowls to Renshaw, who walks at him and then checks his stroke, dabs at the backward point. Virat Fields, it's the end of the over, so 3 for 121.
Yeah, so, and look, both teams have got injury concerns in terms of their fast bowling units. Hazelwood's picked up a couple of injuries over the last 12, 18 months. Stark's been
very good.
Touchwood, been very, very good.
But the all-rounder concern, so Webster's missing at the moment with an ankle. Green's got the side complaint coming back from back surgery. Ben Stokes hasn't bowled a whole lot. Obviously missed the 5th test against India.
Every time he does bowl and bowls too much, then he picks up some sort of injury. So I actually think it's going to be down to whoever manages their squad better. And those replacement players that do come in, they really have to understand their role, perform when they can, and understand that they may be dropped for somebody else that's coming back in through no fault of their own.
Harshdeep Singh's on his way back. Australia only need 10 to win, and an on drive for Mitch Marsh will just yield a single as he trots through. Moves to 46. Are you in the Bethel camp or are you in the Ollie Pope camp?
Ollie Pope camp.
So am I.
I think he is a classy player. I think he's scored the runs. Bethel, great player, great potential. I'm not entirely sure he should be given T20 captaincy. I think that he needed to earn that. I think sometimes you can inflate players' egos by giving them stuff too early, especially when they're young. He needs to perform on the biggest stage, and Ollie Pope has done that in Test cricket.
Renshaw on strike, leaves the ball from Harshdeep. Oh, wide of the stumps. I wasn't sure it was that wide, but umpire Richard Kettleborough thought it was. Wide signalled, 3 for 123.
It's not like you can... actually, on the replay, it's probably blue line. Close, though. Very close. Yeah, so I think, obviously, Bethel offers the spin option. He's a great fielder, so is Ollie Pope. I just think you've got a decent technical batter in Ollie Pope.
8 runs needed for victory. Renshaw plays away from the body and picks out Akash Patel, who fields it Akshar Patel, my apologies, at that point. I was confused there for a minute. I was the AXAR, which is pronounced Akshar. Yeah, Akshar Patel. It's just, you know when you say something, you're like, that's not right. And I was like,
wait a minute.
Akshar Patel, who fields it back with points. So after all that, a dot ball, 3 for 123. 8 runs needed to win, the Aussies. And plenty of time to do it. Renshaw gets a short ball, he's hooking, and 1 bounce for 4. Man back in the deep, Washington Sunda couldn't pick that off. Renshaw to 17, and the Aussies are 1 lusty blow away from victory.
It's been a long day. We're going to get names wrong. We're going to get things wrong, especially when we be on and off. But it just shows you how hard it is to maintain concentration for both the teams, having been start-stop. It's actually been nice to get some decent cricket in. Yeah, they've played 20 overs so far, and it just seems odd that they haven't gone off for a round break.
Record crowd, 42,423. Renshaw on the front stall, dabs it away through mid-wicket. He'll get 2 for that. As Corbin runs back to retrieve it, so 19 for Renshaw, 3 for 129. The Aussies need 2 runs to win.
I like Renshaw's look good, confident. I mean, he's an older player these days. He knows his game. He's done that in white ball cricket in domestic season. He just looks compact. Seems to be a bit of an issue behind the bowler's arm at the moment. People leaving.
A few eager fans just to the left of the side screen as we look at it at the Langer stand end, up and down the aisle. Told to move out of the way. Zarshdeep Singh's on his way in. Delivers to Renshaw, who's defending away out to mid-on. 2 off 31.
People keen to get out of here. I think it's for giving a conclusion that Australia are going to win. They only need 2 off 31 balls. It's just a bit hectic getting out of Optus Stadium, isn't it?
Particularly after that kind of crowd. So record crowd for an international against India in Perth. 42,423. Huge pulling power. Sold out MCG for a T20 later in the series. Limited tickets remaining for a lot of these games. As Renshaw drop and run on the onside and calls Marsh through, so that ties the game. 3 for 130. Renshaw is getting booed for the single. He moves to 20. And the reason for that is that the local in Mitch Marsh is on 46. So if he was able to club a boundary there to bring up the winning runs, it meant Marsh would have got to the half century. Instead, the Aussies are only 1 run away.
I don't think Mitch will be all that bothered, to be fair. He'll just... He's a pretty laid-back character. I think he'd go for the win every single time, but I love the fact that the crowd are booing him. There is some people leaving now, but it's good that people are staying as well, because the players do deserve to get the clap off and just be celebrated for actually keeping and wanting to play. It's really difficult when it rains. The motivation sometimes isn't there to play. I think these players have put on a decent show.
It's a stop-start first innings, 4 rain delays. And the Aussies on the precipice of victory. Nitesh Kumar Reddy digs one in short. Renshaw takes it off his ribcage, hits the winning runs on ODI debut. And Australia begin its ultimate summer of cricket as winners. The Australians by 7 wickets at Perth Stadium. The same venue where they'll start their Ashes campaign in 33 days. And for India, it's their first loss this calendar year in the format. And their first loss in 50-over cricket in over 12 months. You have to go back to August 2024. The last time India have been beaten in this version of the game. But the Aussies do it. And a perfect start to their international summer. In a game which had its frustrations at times and rain affected in the first innings, the Aussies cruise to victory with the better part of 5 overs to spare.
Yeah, I thought that the Australians bowled well first up, but the Indians gave away their wickets. They played away from their body. They didn't get used to the conditions. Yes, it was a little bit rain affected, but they scored slowly. They played away from their body. Like I say, the first 6 wickets were basically caught. And that just tells you everything you need to know. Josh Hazlewood bowled really, really well. Stark bowled well. I don't think blew anyone out of the water. I thought they bowled average. They bowled okay. But I just don't think the Indian batters performed like they could. Maybe it is time for Sharma, Kohli to move on. But that will become clearer as the series gets on.
It's a long time, isn't it, between now and the World Cup in the 50-over format, and it feels like certainly in limited overs cricket, we look at it in cycles, don't we? We say, look, what are you playing for now? Are you going to make it to the next World Cup? And if you're not, why are you still occupying a place in the team? And maybe it's different when you've got sort of two greats of the game.
Yep.
Maybe they just still want to turn out for India as much as they can, but the next 50-over World Cup is not until November, December 2027.
Yes,
it's more than 2 years away.
Yeah. And look, people do need to occupy their position. You need to understand how you're going to bat with each other. Same with bowling. Like, it's all about partnerships, all about rhythm, and all about those team wins. And like you say, India haven't lost in this format for over 12 months. It was working. Whatever they were doing is working, but maybe there is too long in between now and the next World Cup that the motivation might not be there to get them there for the next 2 years. And
they also don't play a lot of cricket. Like, apart from playing in the IPL, which runs for 2 months in April, May.
Yep.
And then you play the odd bilateral series where there's 50-over cricket being played, obviously for Team India. That's it. Like, they're not turning out by a Ranji Trophy or domestic cricket or anything like that.
No. It's tough to maintain your rhythm.
And you come out here to a fast bouncy pitch at Perth Stadium and you got Mitchell Starc and Josh Hazlewood charging in, and those guys...
A bit different from the nets, isn't it?
Those guys are just absolutely relentless, and they don't give you anything, and we saw that again today in the way that they went about it. So, story of the day, if you've just joined us, Australia winning the toss and winning the game. They stuck India in with showers forecast, and they certainly came. In the end, we got 4 different delays. There were 3 pockets of play in a 4-hour and 17-minute window, of which we only played 38 possible minutes. And after almost 6 hours, the first innings was finally complete after 26 overs. India 9 for 136. Their revised target came down by 5, so 131 was the victory target for Australia. In the Indian innings, Rohit Sharma was out for 8, caught at second slip by Renshaw of Hazlewood's bowling. Virat Kohli went for an 8th ball duck, caught by Conley at backward point off Stark's bowling. The only highlights to speak of, KL Rahul with 38 and Akshar Patel with 31. They were the only 2 players to get past 20. Some late hitting from the Tesh Kumar Reddy. Hit 2 6s in the last over. From the Aussies, they got it done by committee. So 2 wickets for Hazlewood, for Mitch Owen on debut, and for Matt Kuhneman in his first international on home soil. 1 wicket each for Mitchell Starc and for Nathan Ellis. Well, there was also a diamond duck in the innings with Arshdeep Singh sacrificing his wicket in the final over. He was run out by Nathan Ellis without facing a ball in what was the final over of the innings. Then the run chase, Australia knew they had 26 overs. They had all 10 wickets. They had 131 as the victory target, and they got there with the better part of 5 overs to spare. 21.1 overs, 3 for 131. Marsh playing the anchor role, 46 not out of 52 deliveries. Travis Head was caught in the deep for 8. Matt Short was out for 8 as well, caught by Rohit off the bowling of Akshar Patel. And then Josh Philippe with an eye-popping 37 off 29 before he was caught in the deep. A pull shot by Arshdeep Singh off the bowling of Washington Sundar. Renshaw hit the winning runs. He finished with red ink, 21 not out, and the Aussies victorious by 7 wickets with almost 5 overs to spare. So the Australians winners. It's only their 3rd win in their last 11 outings in 50-over cricket. So they've been patchy in recent times in the format. They get a victory here and a perfect start to their home summer. You couldn't get a bigger summer on paper, Nicky, with India coming for 8 white ball games and then the Ashes to follow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's their first win at Perth Stadium as well in this format. They have struggled here. And so it'll be nice to just tick that one off the sort of box and just say, oh, now it's not our bogey ground. So I think they'll just come here next time and there'll be some good memories for them. But yeah, in terms of the summer, it's absolutely huge for Australian cricket, and good to see the crowd here today. So over 42,000 in attendance, and I know that you said that the crowds are already in for the other places. MCG sold out for the T20 game, and I know Adelaide will pack in for the next one-dayer. That'll be good. But yeah, huge summer of cricket. And I think we'll say it, but I'm hoping there'll be some really good games.
Australia's first ODI victory over India since the 2023 World Cup final. Of course, famously in Ahmedabad, where the Aussies were able to get home on the back of that Travis Head 100. They have lost their last 3 series in the format to Pakistan, Sri Lanka and South Africa. And so they only need one more win for the remaining 2 games in Adelaide and Sydney to make sure they go home a winner here in this 3-match ODI series. Corbin, Middlemas and Nicky Shaw, World Cup winner in her own right with England. Terry Alderman's here as well. Tez, what are your reflections on all of that? How do you sum it up?
The highlights today, certainly Stark and Hazelwood. They were both firing. I think especially Stark. His rhythm was magnificent today. Great pitch for him to bowl on as well. But they were the difference, I think. I think if they hadn't have played, I don't think the two Indian gods.
Rohit and Kohli.
Yep, that's it. I think they were overawed by him a little bit, and he just looked all at sea. Kohli, he looked terrible actually. So he needs to do a lot of work before the next couple of games. If he just looked like he hadn't had a hit. Mitch Marsh he's been a real find, hasn't he, as a captain of these one-day T20s and 50-over format. It's really been a niche for him. He looks like he's really enjoying it. Who's to say? People were saying maybe he should be playing in the Test match. I mean, they could do a lot worse. He could have eased, I think, 4 seasons ago, he would have thrown that match, the innings away tonight, because it got a bit hard for him. But he made sure that they got over the line, even though it was a meagre target they were chasing. Josh Philippe, he impressed me, not only his batting, but his keeping. He looked very, very sharp behind the stumps. All in all, yeah, good for Australia to get that win, get that winning feeling, even though it's not Test match cricket, it's one-day cricket. They've come off T20s, and then to come into a 50-over format, it's there's a change to it. Great hitting, great crowd. So all in all, apart from the rain, that spoiled the day, but it's been a long day. But the Indian fans, they hung around. They were here at the crack of dawn, and they're still here. It's amazing. They want to see their favourite players, and their reserve players are doing a fitness regime out here on the Oval, trying to get themselves fit for the next one.
In all likelihood, and zero hyperbole, you may only have 2 more innings to ever see Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in Australia, and that's if it goes well. So if they make it all the way through to the next World Cup, India aren't scheduled to play here again in that time. They only play one format of the game. The current BCCI IPL arrangement means that they don't play franchise cricket in any other part of the world. So as a result, if you want to see Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma again, you got Adelaide on Thursday and you got Sydney on Saturday, and that's it.
I can't see them lasting till 27.
Yeah,
it's too far away for them.
Yeah, I agree. I just can't see them lasting, especially when you've got young players that are scoring runs all the time. India's such a big country. They've got so many young players, so many people to, what was a 13, 14-year-old smashing runs in the IPL? You're like, seriously, come on. Like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
And you're keeping players like that out of potential. And we want to see those players. We have grown up watching Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and they've done great. But I don't want to see them get out for naught and just be old men playing cricket anymore. I would like to see these young, new talents that have got these massive bats that hit these random shots in all parts of the ground and show us something different.
Yeah, one of those guys is Yashasvi Jaiswal, who missed out today, and he's in their squad and has he's available to be picked if there's a spot for him. And at the moment, Rohit and Sharma and Virat Kohli in the twilight, still keeping their place in this Indian team. Their captain, Shubman Gill, is chatting to Kath Lachlan.
A catch-up game.
Well, you probably got the rough end of the stick too with the conditions of the rain delays, but do you take much out of it as you look ahead to Game 2 in Adelaide?
Yes, definitely. I think a lot of learnings for us from this game and a lot of positives for us as well. Defending 113, 26 odd overs. I think we took the game not till the very end, but pretty deep. So very satisfied with that.
but you always have such great support. What about the Indian fans here today? And they're going to be all around the country for this ODI series and the T20 series to follow.
Yes, definitely. I think we are very fortunate wherever we play. The fans turn up in huge numbers, and hopefully they'll be able to cheer us in Adelaide as well.
We'll see you in Adelaide. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And now we also have John Gilder from BKT Tyres to present the plaque to our player of the match, our BKT player of the match, and the winning captain as well, Mitch Marsh. Congratulations. I'll let you get your award from John. And a few snaps as well. Congratulations. It was a strange old game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, the weather played its part today, and obviously, big thanks to all the crowd that stuck around. I know those days can be really frustrating, but nice to get a win, and I think we were 0-3 here, so we're away.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that. The first ODI win for Australia at Optus Stadium, Perth Stadium, should I say. You'd like to tick that off, not only as captain, but as a West Aussie?
Yeah, it's always nice to win at home. But obviously, I love playing in Western Australia, and nice for us as a team to, I guess, get a little hoodoo off our back.
What was that? What was your mindset, rather, coming out to that second innings, 131 to win? You just looked like you wanted to take charge and get the job done yourself.
As always, just don't get out. It was obviously swinging around a little bit. We knew that was going to be the case for both teams, so a little bit of a challenge to get through there, and really, I guess, proud of the way our young guys came out and took the game on, and got us over the line.
I was just about to say that bit of a transitional period for the Australian one-day side. What did you make of the fresh faces, and then also the guys who got their first chance in a while, like Josh Philippe, who did his bit with the bat?
Yeah, awesome. Came out and made it look very easy, didn't he? So I think any time you get young kids coming in, and they're not necessarily young kids, young guys coming in, you just want them to have fun and enjoy it. And I said to the group before the game today, it's one-day cricket, we don't get to play in front of the big crowds all the time, so really enjoyed, and they all looked right at home.
You entertained us with some of your shots and also your reaction to the pickle juice. Not a fan?
I thought that was one of the sugar carb things. And they've done me like a dinner there, so that was awful, but it fixed my cramp, so whatever company it was great.
Well, go and enjoy a celebratory drink, probably not pickle juice, and we'll see you in Adelaide.
Thank you. Cheers.
Mitch Marsh, the winning captain. That concludes our post-match presentation. The Aussies taking a 1-0 series lead heading into Game 2.
So, Kath Lachlan there from Fox Cricket at the presentation. So, Australia jump on top, a 7-wicket victory in the opening game of the 3-match ODI series. Corbin, Middlemas, Nicky and Terry Alderman upstairs, and I'm pleased to say downstairs alongside Darren Lehmann is Mitch Turner. Mitch.
Corbin, Darren Lehmann and I have the Australian white ball captain Mitch Marsh and the player of the match with us. Mitch, a great way to start the men's international summer here in Australia.
Yeah, awesome to get a win. We know India are a fantastic side, and the conditions were difficult today. Haven't fielded for 7 hours for 12 months. I thought those days were done. But really nice to get over the line. We hadn't won a game here, so really nice to get over the line.
Well, you thought they might be done, mate. And you know there's better ways to get tickets to the test match, don't you? Open the batting, a chance to play test cricket again. Do you want it? Come on.
I'll be 6 beers deep by lunch on day one, mate.
I'll be with you. But you're saying no. If you say you peel off another 100.
I would never say no.
Well, thank you.
Playing test cricket
I told you you'd never say no.
Not at this stage, anyway.
It was a really weird day, though, obviously, on and off all day. It's not exactly what you're used to here in Perth. You're a local boy. You wouldn't have seen too many days like this in any form of cricket.
Yeah, I didn't know what rain was, mate, before today. So, it's a difficult day. The crowd stuck around, really appreciative of that, and nice to get a game in the end and start the series off with a win.
You must be pleased with the young kids today, especially Philippe coming in. No English, no Kerry, but he came in and did a good job at full for you.
Yeah, I thought all the young kids, young guys, they're not necessarily kids anymore, but even Matt Koeman, who did an amazing job at the end for us, bowling 4 overs on the bounce. Mitch Owen looked right at home and flip batted really well. So always nice to have those young guys in.
And the old boys at the top, Hazelwood and Stark, did the job. They bowled more overs. Was that a strategic plan because you thought you'd lose overs at the back end?
Yeah, so I guess we thought that if there was more rain, they would just lose their overs. So why not just keep bowling them? And we were lucky that we got a few wickets early, so we just tried to keep attacking and take those wickets, and worked out well for us. We were a little bit stuck at the end there, but I thought the guys all chipped in terrifically.
I know another half century wouldn't mean too much to you. You've made plenty of runs in your career, but Matty Renshaw on debut done a pretty nice job, and copped a little boo out there when he took the single and kept the strike for the last over.
I did hear that. I think he was a bit rattled. I didn't even... I knew I was on 46, but I didn't care about getting a 50. It was just, let's just get the win, and Paul Renner's got booed, but that's a good old West Australian crowd for you.
It's great to see the change of the guard with the 3 retirements. Obviously, you lose them, that experience out of the team, but get the young guys coming in and playing so well first up. Must be pleasing.
Yeah, I think they've all been in and around our squads for a while now, and the big thing for me, and probably one of the things you taught me, Buff, is just to come in and enjoy it. And I said to the boys before the game, it's not every day you get a chance to play in front of 45,000 people in one-day cricket, especially these days. So, enjoy the opportunity, puff your chest out a little bit and enjoy it. So, hopefully they did, and it's nice to get a win.
What do you got planned? Fishing tomorrow?
Mate, I've got probably... Oh, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, old boy. How old are you?
26, mate. Yeah. I'm 34 tomorrow, so... I'm getting on, but I'll spend a few hours with my beautiful little daughter and wife in the morning, and then go to Adelaide, your town, mate.
Yeah,
I'll come over for a beer.
I'll take you out, eh?
Sounds good.
Speaking about chest puffs out quickly, your brother was down there at the start of the game as well. Sean presenting the cap to Matty Renshaw. Nice to have Sean back out in the middle of a big venue on an international stage.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think it meant a lot for Sean to be invited by Andrew McDonald into the present the cap. Anyone that knows my brother, he's a man of very few words, so I'm not sure he slept much last night. But he did a great job, and hopefully he comes in the change rooms for a beer now.
How's he going, Sauce? Did he put on any weight? He'd be fit as Mallee Bull, wouldn't he still?
He's going to be like me after cricket, man. I'll just get fitter and fitter.
Mitch Marsh and Darren Lehmann having a chat here on ABC Sport after a player of the match performance and a win for Australia in the first one-day match out of the 3-game series and the T20s to follow up as well. 3-0 on the cards now, Mitch?
One at a time, mate. One at a time.
We appreciate your time on ABC Sport. Appreciate you catching up with Darren Lehmann as well.
Skipper.
Good luck for the rest of the summer, Mitch.
Thank you. Cheers.
Mitch Marsh downstairs with Mitch Turner and Darren Lehmann. Great to have the Australian skipper with us, fresh off his man of the match performance.
And his birthday tomorrow. We didn't pick that up, did we?
Birthday tomorrow. So 34 years young, Mitch Marsh tomorrow. I was actually at his List A debut. Here's a little trivia question for you, if you can recall where that was. 17 years of age at the time, against South Australia in Bunbury. Playing at Hands Oval. He made his debut as a 17-year-old playing for Western Australia at that stage. Now, here he is all these years later, an Allan Border medalist, and his career's had...
So that was an ODI game?
No, it was a one-day domestic game, List A game. Or WA.
I think I was there.
I think you probably would have been.
Yeah. We were commentating.
Yeah.
For sure. I got a speeding ticket going down there.
It's a memorable game for so many reasons, and that's just one of them, a speeding ticket. But Terry Alderman on the same day as Mitch Marsh's List A debut. For some reason I remember it almost like he was younger at the time. He was 17, but he's
16 years ago. Wow.
Well, to think it was 34 tomorrow.
No,
17.
17.
Yep.
Wow.
So he spent literally half his life in and around professional cricket, not to mention the time as a kid when his dad was senior coach of Zimbabwe and the Australian team and everything else.
Down there in front of the old Wacker pavilion. Yeah,
it's nice to hear him enjoy it. He has a laugh. He seems to really sort of enjoy leading and doing well and bringing those younger fellas through.
He's been rejuvenated, I reckon, as a player.
He sounds great. He does look younger. In some of the pictures that I've seen recently in the media, he looks great.
And he's fit. He looks fit. Yeah.
Local radio listeners, you'll be returning to normal programming. For those listening on ABC Sport via the ABC Listen app, you will hear coverage of the Women's World Cup where India are playing England in a juicy matchup. England won the toss and chose to bat there. Thanks to you, Terry Alderman. Thanks to you, Nicky Shaw, to Darren Lehmann, to Mitch Turner, to Clint Wheeldon, to Akash Fodder, to Jules back in the studio, to Adam earlier in the day, to Sadi, our tech, the whole crew signing off here from Perth Stadium as Australia win the first match of their ultimate summer of cricket by 7 wickets. Good night.